Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. The last series of the day for this stream, and it's a hype one. We have Evil Geniuses versus Mineski. Both teams topping the group at 3-1. This should be a good one. I'm joined, Kyle, BSJ. What's good?
What is good?
Turn to ban.
It's day one of group stage. We don't really know yet.
It's day one. Well, we know both these teams have beat multiple two teams each. Yeah, they're both 3-1. So
it's funny. EG won the game. They accidentally played the wrong hero, then lost the next one.
Yeah, Sumail Invoker was unfortunately I watched the game. He was out of position quite a bit of the time, and they punished, and that's what you do.
Yeah, I think he got a little cocky. You know, day one group stage, you start off hot 3-0.
Win a Phoenix Arteezy.
Yeah, exactly.
You're good
with a Spirit Breaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Mineski, they're also 3-1. So you got the juggernauts of Group A going up against one another, but Mineski took out IG and Windstrike, two teams that I don't think anybody had in their top four. So this is their first real test.
Yeah, I think for maybe both these teams might be a little bit their first true test. I'm intrigued. You see the Nyx ban, which has been oddly picked up in a lot of games. It seems to be countering Pugna a lot of the time, so we'll see.
Mineski's turn to pick.
Weaver. Certain heroes become picked every game. People are going to experiment or come up with ways to deal with them, and then you'll see these heroes that weren't previously seeing very much play getting banned in the early rounds because they simply block all those other heroes from being able to be picked. So that's a hero like Nyx, who has traditionally always been one of those hard counters, these int spellcasters that also have like
10 seconds remaining
damage where they're gonna be able to proc spike carapace and lock them down.
5 seconds remaining.
And look at this Weaver. We have been seeing a lot of Weaver, not just Weaver first pick. And I mean, obviously, it's a very agile hero. You have to commit a lot more resources to him. But what's the downsides of this hero?
His limited amount of damage. We saw EG earlier win against it with an Alchemist type hero. Weaver is a hero that relies on that constant poke damage and like threatening you with his ability to get out as well.
Yeah.
So you want to pick these heroes that either don't care about his damage or simply prevent him from being able to play the
Mineski's turn to pick.
evasive game. We saw
Evil Geniuses turn to pick.
Yeah, I think a combination of that and you just can't not be able to kill the Weaver.
Yeah.
If he's allowed to just play in your safe lane, like in the mid game, and
dive.
he just doesn't die.
Yeah.
Time lapse is just a get out of jail free card. Then the heroes, honestly, day and night difference between if you can.
10 seconds remaining.
This is the one. This is the core lineup that EG lost to in the one game they lost to. IO, Gyrocopter.
Yep.
And now it's back. So
It's still bonkers.
Yeah,
dude.
it
Is
is.
that what you're gonna ask? Why is it good?
Why is it good? I mean, obviously he went like Maelstrom on the IO and he was just owning. But what else? What about laning phase IO? Tell me about him, or her. Pardon me. Or it. I hope they can hear you, BSJ.
I'm pretty sure it's an amalgamation of a bunch of different spirits. Thus, it would be considered a they.
Yeah. Of them. So, is it? It sounds sounds good to me. It is.
Right?
In lore, he is.
They are.
They are.
Yes.
But why is it good in the laning phase? Back to the original topic.
It just enables these heroes that previously have like sustain issues, whether it be mana or health. Like Gyro's a hero that his aggression is purely limited by his ability to use his spells.
Yeah, he utilizes mana, the regen, the move speed, like everything. Yeah. He also loves stuff. If you can farm by spamming Q and Flak off cooldown, like Gyro just gets out of control. Yeah. And he's one of the best heroes to relocate in with as well because he has 4 active abilities that he just drops immediately. Yeah, and he's always online.
And he's also high move speed.
Yeah,
so that doesn't hurt.
Once again, EG with the Crystal Maiden just seems to activate all their drafts. And to note, though, it's so odd to me that they pick IO Gyro into Weaver because those are not typically heroes you want to play against. Like Weaver just finds the Wisp, puts the bugs on him, and then
you have vision the whole time.
10 seconds
Gyro
remaining.
used to be absolutely terrible versus Weaver, but now that the Rocket hits Invis, it's at least not terrible.
5 seconds
it
remaining.
Does force you to play a bit differently. I've played the Weaver side of the matchup. It's just one of those where you can't.
Mineski's turn to ban.
You can't reliably play the next 5 to 10 seconds the way that you'd want to play as a Weaver. So it not only in the laning stage, but also in like mid-game team fights, because Gyro does possess the damage to kill you.
Yeah. And Crystal Main, obviously, right? It's one of those heroes you just pick up, and it opens up a ton of different heroes in the laning phase, right? Because you have the aura.
Hey
and
guys.
everything. No, you're good. I believe it's BSJ they could not hear.
Oh really? Well, they weren't missing much.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We
if
should
you're
actually.
gonna-
Can we
there's
twist that
so-
back now?
Yeah. What knob was it that they turned for me there? But no, I what you're saying about enabling the cores is certain cores more so than others rely on the ability to spam spells, especially for CSing. And we mentioned earlier, Spectre, a hero that's already been banned out by Mineski, previously doesn't have the mana to spam dagger for last hits. But if she can sit back and get like every range creep because she has the mana regen aura from CM, it gives her more farm. So, and in this meta, getting those last hits and preventing denies is what makes it so EG can do the things they do with their strategies.
Yeah, and notably, EG already all the way down. And strange, this is something I see all the time. The Spectre ban comes out from Mineski. EG follows up with like a Spectre counter ban in the Undying. But at the same time, it is a good synergy with the Wisp Gyro. And Gyro, like with no Gyro in the pool, feels bad playing against an Undying. No much left to pick. But the Great Balbino is down all the way to 48 seconds of reserve time. You just have the entire second phase, Chris.
Look at this Venge, who we've been talking about seeing not a lot, but a lot more than we had in the past. I mean, core as well as support.
I was going to ask, have there been any core Venges today? Every game I've seen has been support.
I've seen 3 support, I think.
Yeah, I would wonder if teams are willing to play it as a 3. I just feel like it's a hero that if put with a high damage 4, I always thought of something like Treant Protector, just like any hero that hits really hard. The Wave of Terror is more value. And she kind of is like Wraith King in a lot of what she offers, but I don't know. I'm surprised we haven't seen any of it as a 3, because the hero does have nice stat gains and overall
As
scalability.
a 3?
Yeah.
What?
Venge?
Yeah, Venge.
Venge
Yeah,
3?
I see it very similar as a Wraith King.
Yeah.
But without the spooky skeletons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you have the aura for damage.
And you have the Wave of Terror. I saw it a lot.
She threatens the tower and threatens kills. Isn't that like the same idea?
Hey, you argue with mind control, not me, but I was watching him spam it in
Man,
pubs.
mind control is killing my fantasy lineup right now. I got words for him later, but focusing on this draft, 10 seconds left. Bulba.
What are they going to do?
What do you do? I mean, you had to expect the Wisp Gyro, right? Like that
Earthshaker.
Mineski's turn to pick.
Or Spirit. I said yes. I
Yeah.
meant the other
Yeah.
yes. That's
Yeah.
on me. I stuttered, and but we got it. It's Earth Spirit.
This is a hero we hardly see anymore, just because he is traditionally a roamer and not really a lane support. I think PL, if he's still in the pool, which he is the pick here.
Very good pick. I love the synergy with Earth Spirit CM as well. Like PL just kind of dives forwards, and these supports just link up, find kills so easily. And Earth Spirit, incredibly good against the support duo of Wisp Venge.
Yeah.
Specifically Venge, because you just you land a big magnetize and silence the whole team, and you just go.
Oh, yeah, okay. If they don't pick PL, this is an EG. This is some other team filling in for him right now.
It could be.
I know Arteezy loves it. They play S4 a lot on the Weaver.
Turn to ban.
And this, like I said, this must be a different team scrimming for EG right now.
It's Alchemist.
But Alex, another hero that kind of fills this role of they lack this damage. The reason why PL, he's just super obnoxious is because they don't have a way of clearing him out. And the Alchemist we saw earlier for EG ran to success, a team that out of everyone here I thought would pick the most Alchemist. Sumail's been spamming in pubs, and even though it seems like Mineski's damage is pretty good, it is relatively underwhelming in the mid-game to an Alch.
5 seconds remaining.
Especially if he goes like the Solar Crest build. I've never seen him do so, but I think when you have a Weaver on your team and these super active supports, if there were a game to get like the Treads Medallion.
So you're saying
into
before
build,
Radiance?
perhaps?
Okay.
Yeah. I think you want a medallion for sure.
I think Solar Crest is like a very people just don't like it anymore. It's been nerfed a lot, and it's not really a core item for the most part because of the nerf
would
to
agree.
like
I would
the
agree.
act on itself or whatever.
I was thinking a game where none of your supports want to buy medallion.
I think
this is
medallion's
the game
fine
to do it.
Yeah, I couldn't argue with that against Venge Clinks.
Okay, let's say to Clinks. How did people just figure out how good Strafe was, right? Like, before this event, no one had been picking it, and now all of a sudden we're watching, like, these 2-3-0 builds, no win-walk, Strafe.
I don't see the
it
purpose of
owns.
Clinks here, to be honest, against the hero. Like,
Oh, dude, it's super good against Earth
Can't
Spirit.
get stunned or
and
Alchemist
CM, yeah.
I just thought about, like, I've been seeing it picked a lot against projectile stuns, and there's none of that here. I guess the out stun can't be disjointed, but does it still get dodged? It doesn't, because I think you dodge it, and then it hits the AoE and hits you anyway.
Yeah.
I think that's how it works.
Okay, but gotcha, okay.
I believe.
The thing I like about it, a BKB timing on Clinks here is just way too much damage for these supports to handle. It kind of forces them to buy Ghost Scepters or Yules to survive, or Glimmer, suppose.
Okay.
10 seconds
And you don't really... Like, if you open up on CM, he's dead before you can Frostbite him. I love the Bristle pick.
Why?
Me too.
Spit
I
it out.
don't know if I love the Bristle pick anymore.
Okay, why? Because BSJ said he loved it?
Yeah, now I'm frightened.
Now he's
All right,
questioning it.
BSJ, give me 10 words of why this hero's going to be owned.
Very, like, well, first off, the IO lane. Very good against these low
Done.
armor heroes. Secondly, Bristle's a hero that's going to play up in your face, serve as a wall to protect Alchemist's
5
farming.
seconds
Basically, you
remaining.
see that last game they played it. The whole point of Alchemist is to invade mid lane by first taking the side lane towers and then collapsing through the jungle. And Bristle's a hero that kind of serves as this mobile wall that just walks around spamming quills. And even if you kill him, at that point he's already killed your creep wave, so you're not killing the tower. And I just think they needed a hero to enable Alchemist, because Alchemist is how they win the game. It's not this last hero. So Bristleback does that job well.
All right.
Bristle,
And CM goes really well.
Bristle, much HP. No armor. Mineski hero, much physical damage.
You didn't count HP as a word?
That I count HP as
I don't
one.
Yeah, he definitely did HP as 2 different words.
No, I said HP.
I thought he counted as 0.
I counted it as 1.
Okay.
But
Okay.
BSJ, he said 10 words, you said 10 sentences. Are you really nitpicking me?
I mean,
This is like you're the checkout person in the express lane, and I show up with 10 items, and I grab a pack of gum, and you say,
Oh.
"No, sorry, sir.
no.
This is 10 or less."
Yeah, 10 or less.
That's not how it works, BSJ.
Yeah, okay.
Speaking of that, I actually did get mad when people did that, though, to be fair. So I'm not going to lie. I very got. I mean, that's 11. It says 10. You know that, Kyle. But last pick, Mineski, is it an offlane hero or is it a support? You, Kyle, I know you think it's definitely going to be a core.
Offlane.
And it will be.
Dude,
Timbersaw.
that is
a great pick.
That is a great pick.
And this is they're going to put ice on it?
Of
Since
course.
it's ice?
Of
Oh, yeah.
course.
Of-
But it looks like it's a mid-timber against the Owl, is why I'm saying maybe not.
I think you still would put him on it. Imushi would be comfortable going off lane. You have a Wisp lane, like Wisp
Yeah.
Venge +1. Like you can try lane
this
that,
is
no problem.
such a free timber saw
It
game.
really is. Like you have no threat.
We just saw
whatsoever.
the team game we were waiting for here, TNC versus VG, and it was a free Timbersaw game, and the Timbersaw one that carried him.
Something we were talking about off stage, like when we went to dinner the other night, was about how 10th pick, there's all these crazy win condition heroes. And
Yeah.
Timber was not on the list of the ones we discussed, but he belongs there in a game
Yeah.
because it's one of those permutations of Dota drafts where you realize, oh, wait, they have no real magical damage later on. And the Timber and the Alk
10
just
seconds
melt.
remaining.
Yeah.
The thing I want to say about Mineski as a team,
5
I think they are
seconds remaining.
completely enabled by Ice. He always plays in lanes, even before it was the meta,
Yep.
where he just walks down lanes as these high-pressure heroes. Like, if it's a hero that doesn't innately pressure, he built a Helm Dom. Like, that's how he plays. I've even played some pubs with him since he's been on this server. He plays Magnus with a Helm Dom. He plays Timbersaw where he's up in your face. And this is a game where I feel like Mineski's success is always lenient upon him being able to do that, and they have nothing to stop Timbersaw. I love Mineski's draft. I give them the comfort zone edge in this type of draft just because I know that's how they play.
Yep.
And Mushi and Moon are 2 very aggressive players that rely on him to push in the lane and show himself, so he'll enable all of their stuff.
One thing I will say, though, Mineski's draft does not have a natural playmaker, specifically on their cores. So if they lose the laning phase or fall behind and all of a sudden the EG supports come ahead, their cores can play all 3 lanes.
That
And
is
you
true.
will have issues if there's a Bristle Weaver in your side lanes and an Alk just eating the jungle. So EG does have a shot for sure, but I would agree Mineski does look like they have an easier time winning, especially if Ice shows up.
And I want people to pay attention because when you get cheese picked as like a Timbersaw in this, and what I mean by cheese is just like you don't have anything to deal with this hero. They have to ignore him until they think they can kill him with 4 or 5 heroes. They have to ignore him. They have no way to innately deal with him with their heroes. Whether they think that's Spirit Vessel on like the Earth Spirit, whether or not they think that's like Medallion plus 5-man gank or something, they need to establish a time. And if every game it's different. So in this one we're going to see, EG knows this, they're going to approach it that way, and that's something to really pay attention to when watching this game.
We are going to see a quick smoke bottom. Maybe they're going to go for the wrap run we've seen before near that rune, but there are 4 Dire heroes here, so getting
It's a
mildly
very
difficult.
Interesting smoke.
Yeah, are they trying to get a ward down, or is it just they're going to run uphill? Let's see Fly. He's actually going to stay in there and nuke. Is he going to get stunned? He is going to get stunned. I think he might have just died. It looked like he was looking elsewhere on the map, possibly.
No, he walked up to land the Q and just missed the Venge. Venge with a bit more move speed. The Crystal Maiden, unfortunately, her slippered feet do not transport her very fast.
I also want to point out, do not be surprised if we see a Timbersaw diving tier 2s at like 8 minutes into the game.
Thanks for the heads up, BSJ.
There's
I'll
something,
be watching.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. Always fun to see these types of heroes that when they're just not countered at all, kind of like a Broodmother, they're just at your tier 2s.
Yep. And here
And
we
I expect
see
that to happen this
They
game.
still, I mean, you have an Alchemist, you have Bounty Runes, but it looks like this Bristleback is just going to get chunked alive. Body blocked by Ice. That's a kill for Clinks. And now on the other side, it is going to be a Rune. Is he going to get it? No, Jabs does not. He will die as well.
I think that might even be worth going for just because you're against an Alk. But
Yeah,
Did
and
he-
you're up 2-0 already,
He
right?
prevented the Alk from taking the rune, though, didn't he?
I believe.
Alk still gets the bonus if this team picks
Oh,
it up.
yeah, duh. I'm dumb. It's the
I know
initial
you were
bounty
just
rune.
testing us again.
Yeah,
I was.
thank you. But so it's
On point.
It's 2-1, but look at the gold lead right now. That is an EG lead for an interesting.
Radiant structures.
And that's going to be an early Radiant glyph right now
They
for
actually
middle
put the
lane.
Clinks mid against the Alchemist.
You
Well,
don't
they
think
put
that-
it-
Did you see two
that miss-
misses?
Yeah, that's brutal.
I mean, he's still just dominating him right now. And this is the thing. Can Alchemist? This seems
Dude,
like an
look-
extremely tough lane as well. Gyro.
I love Sumail, though. He uses the initial salve, queues up 2 more, and I guarantee he's about to use the courier. Yep, this
There
is
it
Sumail's courier, guys.
Yep. Do you think we'll ever see a 2 courier game again, like early game 2 courier?
You can't buy another
You
courier.
can't buy 2
Oh, okay.
Wow.
literally
the
against
tests are
the
on
rules.
point this one.
Yeah. It's against the rules. Not if you're a bot, but bottom lane, S4, he's in trouble.
Yeah, once Ice gets level 3 on Timber, this bottom
Yeah.
lane's over.
I like that they put the Timber in the safe lane. Like, you just want to have him play against Bristle, and he buys a stick. As soon as he's 6, Bristle can't really play Dota anymore. Wow, this
They
is a
know
skill
that
build.
they're on this timer,
Yep.
so they're diving him when
Uses
he's only
his
level 1.
stick already. It should be enough for a kill. Crit does get it, but S4 gives Ninja Boogie that solo experience. And is that
Is
kill?
that worth?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Do you think it is? They get a 1-for-1 trade. It's core for core.
If they get to level 3 on the side of Mineski without anything happening in this lane, it's like, I want to emphasize again, once he gets that level 3, this lane,
Dude,
they can't do anything to him.
I count the TP on Earth Spirit back to base as essentially a death. I think
Yeah.
that's more of a 2-for-1 than anything else, and Timber's right back. That death is only a punish if you can kill Timber again, and you can't, so I don't think that's valid.
I'm saying there's no better option for them, to be frank. Like, I think this lane's
True.
going to lose, so nothing looks particularly good for them. So compared to the alternative, it's not all that bad.
Well, just continue to fight.
Teams will make aggressive and very ballsy plays that seem questionable when they know something needs to be done before a certain timing. We've seen it in team fights mid-game. We see it here in the laning stage. Like, they know this level 3 is like doomsday for them. So look at the way they're playing before level 3. It's very important. Like, they're playing super aggressive, and it's going to backfire because it's 2 melee strength heroes against the Timbersaw.
That's it. He's just going to heal up with that level
And he already has a
armor.
full magic wand on
Yeah.
Timber. First
he
item
can't
wand.
die anymore.
Yeah. He's not even level 3 yet, and that's the insane part.
So what should EG do? They just let that lane lose and hope their other lane wins, or?
It's tough because you're not really in an advantage in any of your lanes.
Bristle was meant to be their space maker, too. Up mid lane, he has a DD on Alk.
He's going to go for it. One more hit should do the job, but he has a
No
Fairy
way.
Fire.
No
Straight
way.
in.
Oh, God.
And whoa, he didn't even health post.
And he has a salve anyway.
And Sumail, he does the
Is he going to kill
impossible
himself
again.
before Clinks is alive? I think he is.
Dude.
That's really smart.
Is he?
Buys
No, he's
out.
alive.
Yeah,
So
buys himself.
smart.
Oh, my God.
And now Arteezy does get a kill top as well. It's going to be on Jabs.
If you're Clinks and you see that happening, do you buy back?
Dude, I guarantee EG Phil watching this with a smile on his face.
That was
Sumail,
epic.
Sumail has consistently impressed since the qualifiers. I said he showed up there, but thus far from the games I've seen, he seems to me like the standout player of the tournament.
he just crushes his lane. This is an Alk hero. Like, this hero doesn't do anything. And yet he somehow made a flashy play and got a solo kill with a DD rune.
Is a little on Moon, too. I mean, you see he has double damage, right? It's not like he was hiding it.
Dude, he's only got to be the only mid player that does like 3 salves.
Yeah.
He just Alk is perfect for it because if you think about it, you're even more efficient with gold than any other hero.
And look at this. We have a gank from Crit. That's 2 bugs on each. He's going to try to turn it on Crit. Crit will Fairy Fire.
And
Sumail dies
mid,
this time.
yeah, Ninja Boogie with the rotation. Ton of damage being pumped out from Clinks in that wave of terror during just 1 strafe duration with the level 3 searing arrows. And suddenly, you know, that's the thing about Clinks is he'll do plenty of damage to Alk for a while. And I think Kyle had a good point of building something like a medallion before the Radiance, just to enable you to farm without just dying straight up to a Clinks.
Yeah, I don't want you to go to below 0 armor if a Clink shows up with his own medallion.
Most Clinkses nowadays do go medallion in order to have that cheap damage item.
Dive coming top lane. Mushi will get stunned. Arteezy's here, tries to avoid the tower hits, but look who's here. It is Io. Gonna help heal him up a little bit. Now Arteezy isn't quite the pickle, will go down. And a failed dive by Evil Geniuses. And elsewhere, it's just Moon's just free farming middle right now. Timber's fine bottom.
Timber needs no help forever now. They can't kill him.
This. Oh. Yeah, he just runs there to try to scare him off. Don't kill my Bristle. Meanwhile, it is going to be the bounty runes. And look at this, Sumail and Fly, both in trouble. Is he going to make it? He does to the shrine in time, so they won't die.
This is
Sumail did get the rune part.
3-man bug. I don't think you can follow up, though.
Look at this. They kill the bug so well. Jabs? Is it possibly at least going to be a kill on him? It looks like it might be. No, he will survive. Now they're going to try to chase down Arteezy. Wave of Terror. Gives vision, but they have no range, really, with the gyro.
Yeah, this is the biggest bone. My favorite thing to see when you get this Timbersaw type hero, you give him a position in the game where he's ahead, and then you can just abandon him completely. And it's so scary if you're EG because eventually Bristleback won't be able to contest.
S4's doing a really good job, though. He's just dragging creeps around and he's just running around pushing W.
Yep.
And he has the CM aura, which enables him to do it. Notice how he has no desire to contest this Timber. And this is the best thing you can do is delay the impact of this Timber Saw snowballing, and that's just by making so he isn't like killing your tower.
I like that he's also like letting the creeps respawn. He's trying to out-farm by just consistently
He's
pulling
ahead
the
in
waves.
levels.
Yeah, he's doing a great job.
It looked like middle lane, we had a rotation from both the Venge as well as the Earth Spirit. Neither one will do anything. They're looking for runes, and it was an illusion for the Radiant side. So it's 7-5, less than 1,000 gold lead for Mineski, but hey, that's a pretty good lead against an Alchemist. Obviously, he's going to start farming the jungle now. We'll see a little bit quicker peak of that gold.
Yeah, he chose to go Tread Tequila, by the way, instead of Medallion, but I approve of this. I think it's just nice to have that little bit of armor.
To be fair, he does go Aquila every game.
True.
So I was expecting the Aquila possible medallion on top of it. That's what I thought would happen.
It's too much.
You think that's too much of an investment prior to the
You only
Radiance?
can get the one.
Okay.
Otherwise, you have to like kind of fully commit to being more active before Radiance.
Okay.
That's
too much, man.
This ward top, by the way, by Radiant is so great. It's like hidden behind a tree, but it still sees all the way to the right.
Didn't see
as well
that.
as the left. Doesn't see that ward, though. Comes over the trees by Fly, so they're both going to have a nice little ward there. But bottom, this is the thing. Look at Timbersaw tanking for his siege. Do you just tank the tier 1 forever?
Yeah.
Get it down with the siege.
Well, that's the thing is Bristleback is effectively shutting him down from pushing because of the fact that he's just dragging creeps.
Look at what he's got queued up.
Now top lane.
He's going
we have
Spirit Vessel.
Moon's going to get a kill on crit middle. They
Bristle?
try to dive top.
No, on ice.
Yeah. So I'll go back after this.
Thanks, Observer Grant. You keeping us grounded.
welcome.
He already is going Spirit Vessel. Wow.
Yeah, I like the choice. It owns Alchemist and Bristle. You need one, and theoretically, he is going to be playing active.
Here we go. They get the dust off on Moon now. He's going for the max stun. Gets it off on the back, though. Fly might just died in Ninja Boogie here. Gets the freeze, gets the nuke instead. It's going to be a 2-for-0.
Give it to
For
Sumail.
Evil Geniuses. Sumail gets one, but look at who's coming in the backside. It's Jabs as well as Mushi. A full rotation. Are they going to find anyone, though? Well, Sumail's just, he's chilling. Not afraid of anyone currently. Look at this. 2 salves still up, and he actually does have another stun. He's going to toss it out soon. He has an acid spray as well. Is he actually going to be able to bring down Mushi? Boulder comes from afar. It only hits the IO, but they get the IO. Fly gets it with a last hit in EG. That was... it felt like Mineski had more heroes there, but they came a little bit late on the IO as well as the gyro. And now So bottom lane, it's still 1v1, right? S4 continues to pull, like you said. Neutral.
I feel like they should rotate on him like this. He's very vulnerable to Timbersaw. Timbersaw does so much damage to him, and with one stun from Revenge, that's going to be enough to bring him down. I'm surprised this didn't happen a bit earlier, to be honest with you.
And now, middle tower. It's going to be taken as well from Mineski. So just like that, they lose a little bit of a fight, skirmish middle. Get a quick kill on a very high-level core in S4. Now they'll get a tower.
Yeah, S4 is getting away with murder down there. He's in like a disadvantageous matchup where he's just cutting waves and stealing jungle creeps at the same time.
Yeah, but if you're Mineski, though, you just need to keep up the pressure. It is very difficult to close this game out if they don't continue to make plays and dominate all of their lanes. The mid tower is a good step, but I think you want to take top tower and possibly set up to do an early Roche before 15 minutes or so. I don't think you can ever do it with the Alchemist alive and a Radiance.
Yeah. Alchemist has a great start too, so that Radiance is not going to be long for the long away basically. And the Timbersaw though, if he has a Spirit Vessel in time, to hit that timing, that will be huge.
They know the orbs are here. Look at Flies smoked up.
Lane.
This is good, yeah, bottom lane. They're going to get the kill on S4. Looks like they should, but he just keeps juking around. He hasn't died yet. He's still trying to run, will get hit, and now top. Bugs are flying in. We do have a stun from the Alchemist. They want to bring down Gyro. Here comes the ult to get a slow burn down. Jab's almost dead as well. Finally will die. Now on the backside, Fly dies. They're still trying to chase. It's Crit versus Mushi. There goes Arteezy out of there. And it looks like he's just going to TP on out. Is he good? He is.
Timbersaw is a moving wall. The minute he TP's in, run away. EG knows this. They have no way to deal with him. And you saw Alchemist. The minute he saw the Timbersaw TP, he ran for the hills.
It's a level 9 Clinks versus a level 6. Obviously, you can just do that, but does get the bounty.
This is the issue with Weaver. Is that if you don't have a game where you're able to do what Timber did in this game, like you want to lane by yourself with an advantage to just hang out and pressure. If you don't get that, like you're level 7 Weaver, like you're just not scary at all. They've dust, they do, keeps the bug alive.
Yep, it does.
That's really important. It fades the minute they can't see him.
Look at that armor. Just right there, and that's it. That's going to be a kill. I like that.
Really well played by Fly. If he's laid on that dust, then the bug disappears, and I don't know if that kills as easy or possible.
Well, middle, this is going to be a gank. They're going to swap him in. Of course, you have the Timber.
Oh, he dodges
the stun with his ultimate. Nice play by Sumail there.
That saved him.
Yeah, I mean, that was obviously intentional.
Yeah.
It was.
It's
I can't
TI,
tell if you're being
guys.
sarcastic.
It's TI. Of course it was.
Okay, I couldn't tell if you were being
I
genuine.
mean, has Sumail won a TI?
Not for a couple of years.
Yes. Yeah, not for at least 2 years.
But you'd think you lose the TI blood. I mean, I'm sure TI won as well. You'd think they still have the TI blood in them or no?
I mean, you have to ask Puppy. He's the only one.
All right. I'll ask him.
He'd probably say
feel it? Yeah, he probably would.
He'd say I'm a TI winner.
Yep. He would. And he is.
True.
So this Weaver, we talked about him. What does he just want to go in a lane and sit there by himself? Can he
wants
do that?
to do this. He's like the only guy that can actually play offlane against this Timber now. So he wants to just continue pressuring, recover, really XP more than anything else.
Yep. And he just goes the urn, doesn't finish off the Spirit Vessel.
It's a strange choice. I don't know if I agree with that. If you want to go Spirit Vessel, it's a bit awkward, but I can understand the reasoning. I think you're just taking the urn away from your Wisp now. Doesn't Wisp want urn exclusively? What did he buy instead?
Let's check. A bottle and a soul ring.
Yeah. I don't think you ever want to take the urn purchase away from your Wisp. It's like,
unless you're
it's a
committing for the
core
vessel.
item. I remember playing 5 with Zach's Wisp, and he would say, oh, I can buy
That's
urn, I'm rich.
Siegfried, by the way.
Yeah, and he'd say, no, like just veto hard. I'm buying urn, I am Wisp. That was his reasoning.
Okay, well, look at this. We have a full 5-man rotation coming down. It's only Fly currently, but this is looking like it could possibly just be a kill into a tier 1 tower, unless Fly gets out
Alc has a
there.
Radiance, 12.5 minutes in.
It's pretty good. But it still doesn't mean he's online, right? Very easy to burst, especially with a
Yeah,
Timber.
we want usually Blink Manta. You can usually make one rotation with Blink or Radiance.
Are you going to game like this? It's going to be the Blink.
Yeah.
Like after Radiance Blink, they dive the Bristle, they reload, and then you have Sumail there ready to blink in with the stun counter initiate, because he will just kill the Wisp by himself. I also love his build, maxing the stun before full points Q.
And look at this. Here we go. They're going to take a ton of damage. Ninja Boogie's going to run in from the other side. Here comes the relocate from the IO, though. Nice silence from Crit. Will it be enough to save anyone? Doesn't look like it yet. And they do end up getting Ice. On the backside, Ninja Boogie will get it re-put on, but Crit is trying to win. S4 will end up getting them. And and this is just a bloodbath. It's a 3 for 2 Ninja Boogie as well. Might go down. 30 HP fly. 1 second. Oh, he goes the other way. It's nighttime. S4 knows now. Oh, does he have a? Will he use it? Yeah, and it's enough.
Meanwhile, Weaver's just farming bottom, too.
How was that? Just crit? Was that 3-man silence out of reload?
That was
just
all the
game changer.
Yep.
And that's the thing,
And
right?
that's Earth Spirit first reload.
It is. We talked about it quite a bit, and there you see it on the back line. Look at that instant 3-man silence, not only just on the reload, but as well onto the Timber Saw.
The fact that they managed to kill the Timber Saw is pretty surprising to me. That was insane amount of damage coming out from the Bristle as well as the Radiance Burn.
That was like
Hero that
12
should-
seconds of magnetized too, on 3 heroes.
Dude, and you guys were talking about levels right now. Everyone's actually getting levels in this game. Venge is lagging a little behind, but I mean, we have 3 level 12s at 14 minutes, which is pretty rare, I'd say.
That was big for EG because that was like Mineski's chance to sort of turn the game. If they land the kill on Alk and then clean up, all of a sudden Roche is a possibility. You can take top tower, but when you're on the back foot against Alchemist, like look how farmed Sumail is. Like the entire advantage of EG is all on the Alk right now.
And he is good queuing up the Blink next. Just really wants to be active knowing that they don't exactly have a fight starter. Earth Spirit's a hero that wants to either counter-initiate or go in second. It enables him, when you have a hero that jumps the lines and causes a lot of chaos, to set up for your abilities. Because people, they're thinking about you before you initiate, but the minute a fight breaks out, they're no longer remembering their positioning nearly as well. So,
why drums on Gyro? I know I still see, but like the stats are garbage, right? Like
it's just the movement speed and mana.
movement speed, okay.
It's just like a slightly stat item. Bottom lane at the rune.
It will get picked up by Jabs, actually. Will he dive for it? More than likely might. We're going to see it roll away, actually.
Find
They didn't want to
Alchemist.
go over here. Yeah, Alchemist by himself. He's already ulted up right now, gets stunned, and now he is just dead. Didn't get his stun off. And, well, that's a huge kill for Mineski.
Klinks is going Orchid as well, something we haven't really talked about. Will be quite good against the Weaver, CM, and the Earth Spirit.
And Bloodthorn eventually.
Yeah, not an item we see very often anymore on anybody, really.
I like S4's choice. You would usually
my bad.
Backdoors the
Backdoors
top tower.
The top tower, yeah.
He has the dust.
He does pop it. Will they get a stun up? Does he have a boulder? He does.
He's still pretty fast.
Yeah, he is. But look at this
he's
goo
getting
stack.
gooed.
I think they're super scared of the relocate, right? But I don't know. S4 is just going to goo him up, minus armor, hit him with the quills.
Wow.
He has a blade mail, by the way. Bottom. Stun on Crystal Main. Rocket flies to the Weaver.
This is a super good
tier
blade
one.
mail game. Reflect all the Timber Saw damage. Klinks relies on bursting you and strafe. And Gyro has uncontrollable damage as well.
Arteezy on top of him. Fly will go down, as you said, Mushi with the ulti, and Arteezy has to run. There is dust on top of him, but in comes Sumail. They get the stun. Ninja Boogie will definitely die here, and they get the tier 1, though. You're a 1-for-1 trade, but you get tier 1.
You did lose the Klinks top during that time, though.
You did.
And
well,
he
that was before, but
almost. I'm just saying it all happens as a ski. Like because of all the action going on top, they're able to get the kills bottom. Yules cancels the TP on the Bristle. It might take him down if he chooses to chase, but no blade mill, still on cooldown. And it looks like he's playing very scared. It seems like on the Timber Saw when they have no tower there.
It's a really interesting game because both teams are sort of playing around their survivability, right?
Yeah.
And it's just going to come down to does the target you initiate on die or not.
Yeah.
And it's a tough game to read. I think Mineski will run into damage problems once you have like a Crimson Guard on the Bristleback, a couple more items on Sumail, but same could be said for EG. If you get to a point where Timber catches up to within shouting range, the Alk, you can't really take him down. And is anyone, how close is Crit to Super Earn right now? Or Spirit Vessel?
Decently close.
About,
He almost got the
about 900 gold.
Yeah, that's the key item. That is the shutdown on your Wisp and your Bristleback. Or sorry, Timber Saw.
The Timber
But it
Saw
also
does
shuts
have a
down the
Yules.
Bristle.
The Timber Saw does have a Yules, though.
Yeah, sad.
And it's something that he built to help with their catch issues, setting up a relocate, and it really does deal preemptively with the Spirit Vessel.
All right.
It's going to be the item that might decide this game.
Look at this item. He has the Orchids. Weaver.
Weaver. If he gets the Sakuchi off, he's fine.
But he gets the Sakuchi off, so he will. And S4 gets the top tower. Everyone's sitting behind him, but Arteezy, like you said, just playing in the lane by himself.
He's still looking.
Yeah.
But Arteezy's onto him. He knows. He's seen the Oblivion Staff, so it's something where this is exactly why he is scared. He knows that the potential Orchid is finished, and he wants to see Klink show himself, which he does, and he knows the Orchid is complete at this point.
Really good game sense from Arteezy, though.
So what is Mineski? Obviously, I mean, we see it's a 4K lead for EG, but I mean, a ton of it's Alchemist. Like, Mineski's not too scared right now, right? Or are they?
If this continues, though, they will run into the classic 6-slotted Alchemist at 25-30 minutes, and that's an issue.
Scary.
That's an issue. Bottom lane, looks like they're trying to set up on Weaver.
Oh.
He knows he's there.
He doesn't have Orchid. He already used it 5 seconds. They have the rocket.
Got the rocket on
no.
him, though. This
they
is
can
what I was
reload
talking
still if
about.
they want as well. He should be able to get another Sakuchi
Got
up.
the
No, he
Orchid
doesn't.
off.
What a play. Now it'll slow him down enough. He gets hit. It will be a stun from Crit, but it hits no one. And that's just nice job by Moon scouting him out in the trees there middle. Blade Mail pops, so they don't want to do too much damage. They'll just wait it off, though. Goo goes on. Hit him with the slow. Sumail comes on middle. Will there be enough damage? It looks like there will. He is going to swap him out. Ninja Boogie helping his team, but S4, he wants more. Doesn't look like he will find it, but now Reload's coming in. They need to get out of here. Will they be able to? Crit here gets a silence. Damn, Crit with these silences out of those reloads.
Immediate disengage with
And
the
now-
buybacks.
Oh. Okay.
Where's he going?
Yeah, I was
really
like,
well played by EG.
Is there someone over there?
oh, there is. It's an eye up. They knew where he was. Smart.
They knew where he was gonna be.
Yeah.
Even better.
That was really impressive, though. The minute the Venge bought back, you saw an instant
Yeah.
like change of mindset from EG. Instant disengage and like the silence and run away. Nobody hesitated, lingered, saying, "Oh, are we going with the silence?" It was a silence immediately. Everyone runs away.
Is this
Good communication from EG.
And we saw Earthspear fall off a little because, right, in these non-roaming metas, like, obviously, he's rough in the laning phase, right? But once you somehow get past that, isn't he similar to Phoenix, right? Heavy team fight, kind of. Well, he was bad laning phase a while, so you doubled the Fire Spirits, but why isn't Earthspear picked more?
It's just the laning
It's just
stage.
laning.
And they don't. Not every team's got a crit.
That's
Yeah, and he's a
Or
very
Jarek,
high
yeah.
skill cap hero, so with all the nerfs, you have to be insanely good at him to make him even potentially worth it.
And smoke.
I was praising Sumail earlier, but I gotta say, Crit looks like he's
owning.
rapidly approaching the form that he had when his team was winning majors.
So it looks like 3 bounty runes go to Mineski there. Pretty important with the Alk in the game. I think Mineski's still got a good shot in this game. They have BKB
sure.
on the gyro, and like you said, it's a 4K net worth.
This is an even game. Oh, that's
Yeah.
all
Very
on
even,
out.
I'd
I'm
say,
just
yeah.
I'm pointing that out though because it's 4K net worth lead, and to a lot of viewers they just see it as 4K. They're down by 4K, but like I completely agree. This is a very even game, and I agree that it's really hard to tell where this game's going to go. I think there's going to be 1 or 2 huge fights.
Yeah. The next
just
one's
clashes.
Roche, right?
Yeah, and they're going to decide Roche, and that's
I
what
think
is going
that
to swing the game.
Ice's item build is messing with our understanding of this, because if he's
Yeah.
going as traditional, like
Bloodstone.
maybe a Solar Crest if he wanted it in this game, versus a Spirit Vessel. Like, I feel like the Wisp should have a Spirit Vessel, and he should just be itemizing to carry. Instead, he's gone for 2 build-up items, and what is he getting next?
This Wisp is getting a
going
BKB first
Greaves?
item.
Greaves.
Like,
You're not
Wisp
a
is
fan.
going
This,
BKB.
this is a support Timbersaw. Ice 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 is arguably the greatest offlaner in Dota history. Like, let rock out.
Don't question
Guitar
the IO
solo.
gyro.
He's not
late
a
game.
bass player.
Yeah, but
He's going for a straight BKB
Yeah,
and
Jab's going
25% XP gain. That's kind of interesting that you're trying to get that level 25, but then you don't have the 45 damage. Like to synergize with why you're getting the level 25. So a little interesting there.
I mean,
but
you just want Ags ASAP with a gyro, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's great for the Timber as well. Tether either one of them.
but the level 25.
now you see the triangle will be farmed by Sumail. Has Blink Manta going Octarine next. Is this just you get Octarine as well as Shivas and you just march down a lane again, or?
I don't know if you ever can march down a lane. I feel like the team that gets initiated on is going to innately have an advantage in this game, unless he gets bursted immediately. And that just seems so unlikely with the amount of peel and sustain and tank ability for both sides.
Yeah.
I was going to comment earlier that I wasn't sure if S4 was going to finish that Crimson, and it looks like he's just
heart?
going straight hard.
Into Timber?
Easy.
I can see it. I get, the concept is Mineski will run out of damage, and if they do so, like, you're gonna
Fights are going to last a long time.
Yes.
I think
To be honest with you. And he has the blade mail to ensure that they can't just focus him. They have no instant disable on the side of Mineski, making blade mail very reliable to get off. And so with the blade mail forcing Mineski to stop hitting him and then the heart regen, I think it makes sense. But
Who does Mineski want to find a team fight, right? For EG, right, let's hop on top
Spirit.
of the IO. You
Yeah.
want to find their spirit.
You gotta kill the
Earth
He's the
Spirit's
Spirit Vessel
way
carrier
too
too.
powerful.
Like he effectively removes
Timber.
the Wisp or Timber's regen from the game. Possibly both.
Yeah.
both these supports are going to be pretty survivable, though. The Earth Spirit already has 1,800 health, obviously the innate mobility within his skills, but also the IO's recipe away from a BKB.
Yeah.
Who's doing this big guy? Is it anyone like threatens it at all, or is it just there's a team fight somewhere else on the map?
Both
everyone
teams
TPs?
recognize how important it is, so they have to play around it to some extent, and somebody's eventually going to make a play Honestly, I don't know when that play will be by either team. It seems no team has a clear-cut timing here in my eyes. They do have the BKB being worked on the Clinks. He's almost done with that, so that will be pretty important for him. Once he has BKB, he's unkillable during the BKB duration.
Radiant scans, they might think that the Dire is doing Roshan right now because they scan the hill. They're like, well, that's a Rosh spot.
They're going to smoke right after it fades.
Look at this.
They're looking to go on the mid here with the Blink Alk.
Oh, and they do. They're going to jump on him. Do we have a relocate? We sure do. Will the stun be in time? It will be.
That's
Crit
because of the
again.
nerf to IO, by the way.
Yep, it is.
He could have just dodged that Earth Spirit.
Is the
stun
bug going to be
previously.
enough to kill him? Oh, the Spirit Vessel to finish him off. Arteezy does get the bug, or the kill with the bug.
And that's why we haven't seen as nearly as much IO recently. That's the part of IO that got nerfed, the defensive relocates. You stun yourself because you are channeling the relocate, so he can't dodge these type of projectiles.
Yeah, look at that up there. He would
just move. In the previous patches, he just move.
Yeah,
They're out.
I mean, as far as free kicks go, that's about as good as the one Close had against Sweden earlier.
Oh my god, he just solo killed the Clinks on crit.
What?
He just solo killed Moon Bottom.
He did. My bad. I was watching the Roche, and he just popped oldie, silence, kicked, hit him with the Spirit Vessel.
Wow.
I think Crit is owning this game, I believe.
Really? What
Yes.
makes you say that?
His amazing plays as well as being a support player while still shining before Sumail and Arteezy.
Most importantly,
Yes.
fabulous hair.
Yeah, very, very luscious hair.
Yep. But now,
One of the few players to not change his hairstyle or his preferred 4 positions.
which is crazy, right? I mean,
What are his
you actually
preferred
think
4
about it.
positions?
That
Earth
would be,
Spirit, Elder Titan,
I mean, I'm just trying to help the viewers
etc.,
at home.
etc.
yeah.
I don't have 2 more, sorry.
Okay, well,
That's where you're supposed to chime in. But
okay, well,
Is this an aggressive play by Arteezy? He does not have the Aegis.
he's got BKB, though.
He does, but still, do you really want to use it just going for 1 bounty? Well, Crit tips him for it. He's like, thanks for the gold.
S4 has changed it for an AC, which will enable a lot of his teammates, to be frank. They have so much physical damage on the side of Mineski.
Dude, wasn't it an 8K lead? They got 4 bounties, it's 11.
Yeah, it's because of Alchemist.
Welcome now. Yep.
Bounties are already worth enough as is, but then the Alchemist makes them worth, what is it, 3.5 times as much? Yeah.
Wow. He got like nearly 1,500 gold from that.
When you get bounties right now, they're worth 90 gold. He gets 3.5 times, so he gets, what is it, 315 gold per bounty? That's pretty nuts.
And we see bottom. They just get out of there. Now Sumail, he's looking around. Moon,
They had a sentry.
they did have sentry now instead.
Mid animation of throwing it.
Tried to jump for it, stun him, but he'll just sit there with the Octarine healing anyways.
This is the point in the game where EG's happy. You have nearly your Alchemist is essentially 6 slotted, thanks to the Aegis.
Yeah.
He's strong enough that he can bully the enemy team, and your Weaver Bristle have these core items that are going to enable their own
Gyro
survivability.
Butterfly?
And it keeps Crit alive, and then he's going to land the free kicks. Come through with the Spirit Vessel. Team fights are easy.
Well, it's gonna be. You don't like. I was hearing you. You don't like the butterfly BSJ. on
I'm
Gyro?
just. It's an interesting item. It emphasizes damage output, and I think he has to output a lot of damage very quickly. So I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I just feel like my problem with this overall strategy for Mineski right now is if IO's dead, they don't have a strategy, and IO dies to Blink Alk.
Yeah. It also feels like the support Timbersaw build and the Clinks just both feel like they don't have a purpose at the moment. I'm not really sure how they would change their game. I
Oh,
don't
and look at
agree.
this. Are they going to find the Timber? Spear Vessel does go on him. The bug still stays on, even the Yules. Now they get the stun up. Wally Timber chains. He does get swapped back. If they can bring him down, doesn't look like he can. Ninja Boogie doing his damnedest to do it, but Ninja Boogie will die. So will the Timber now. Sumail, he doesn't have the age. He does have the age, pardon me, and he's going to be fine just diving on the backside. Mushi's trying to do damage to anyone, but no one's going to die except maybe the Aegis of Sumail.
He had an Arcane Rune during that ult,
Yeah.
so it's still 15 seconds though. He has Blink Dagger.
Oh, the bugs go in just to try to scare him out. Sumail will just run through it. Spear Vessel gets put on the backside. Now, uh-oh, Timbersaw is in, I believe he's in the wrong neighborhood.
I think you call it a pickle.
Yeah, he is in a dill for
Dude, he's
sure.
a cucumber at this point.
Yeah.
Isn't the
how
only
does that
different? It's vinegar.
Yeah. How could you go from a pickle back to cucumber?
Look, let's not make
Okay,
we're gonna watch
going on the
him now.
IO as we mentioned with the Blink stun.
Nice double stun by Crit again. Hits Moon, hits Jeb. They try to bring him down. Mushi's going to die as well. Moon is doing a lot of
Sumail's
damage,
alive.
but not enough. And yep, Sumail is alive. And he has the Octarine as well. It's not game yet, obviously, but this could be 2 sets of racks. Top and middle.
I don't think they have a way to
that's
come back in this game.
But they're not calling it, so we should.
I agree. I think that maybe they give it one last hurrah, but they're going to definitely lose 2 lanes. The net worth advantage is suddenly 18,000. Wasn't it less than
11?
10,000
Yeah.
like 4 minutes ago?
Now, after this rack's more than likely going to be 20. Then you have the 30-minute bounty runes coming up soon. What? I mean, you have a gyro, right? Obviously, maybe you defend, you get a divine rapier, you make some amazing play, but you're versus a bristle with blade mill. That's the problem. Blade mills.
The blade mill simply owns the entire line of Mineski. Very good purchase.
What's
What's
Crit's
Crit?
score line this game?
His scoreline
5-3
5-3-15.
yeah.
You saw that double stun in base again. He is just playing out.
He
his
solo
mind.
killed the Clinks also when they were taking Roche.
Radiant's top
Yes.
shrine.
This is the EG that people waited a long time to see. I just like the way
Are you
operating.
satisfied?
Are you
They've been
a
asking
punk?
all year if the punks are satisfied. We know you're a punk, but are you satisfied, Kyle?
Not yet.
Okay.
I mean, this is what their 5th game so far. There's still a lot of Dota to be played.
Yeah.
So far,
Their own.
if I were like when I came into this tournament, I kind of thought EG was one of those teams that could make a huge run in this tournament.
Yeah.
For the reasons that they're showing us right now,
Yeah.
which is nice to see.
Will they be able to have the same performance when they aren't covering what you might see as a issue in the draft,
Like
weak
the-
lanes?
Yeah.
When their mid player isn't just killing.
Solo killing.
Yeah.
Isn't that how they won TI5 though?
Pretty
It is.
much.
Now, I'm not like trying to take away from anyone else on the EG that won TI5, but I feel like
yeah,
that was the X factor.
The Shiki versus
Okay,
Sumo.
well,
Yeah.
bottom, this could be the fight. They place the ward down. They will get vision.
They have the Blink
They're going in.
Shivas.
Here we go. Ninja Boogie will get stunned up, and he's just going to get right click down. Bugs are going to fly in. Not dead yet. Sumail actually
Don't
taking
die
a
here.
ton of damage. He is taking so much. Mushi is owning around the shrine, too. It's a 1-for-1. Ninja Boogie does die, but looks like everyone else will just run away. S4, he didn't even feel like coming.
And he did not recognize just how much damage you take from a gyrocopter with an Ag's tether from a Wisp.
Yes, it's a lot.
Standing in your face.
Yes.
And Wisp is going to get a BKB off that.
Well, the bounty runes are there, but they're going to instead go for the IO. I like it. Clinks will take it finally, and now Jabs will get uphill. The mech will help him out from the Timber, so I was like, wait, Timber
Is
saw
he
the mech?
dead?
Sure does.
Nah, it's fine.
No, he's fine. Like I said.
Crit. Won't get the rocket
He has
kill.
BKB done on IO. That's a pretty huge deal for fights, but at this point, they're going to need a lot of fights to go right, and Roche is spawning in the next 2 to 5 minutes, so if they can manage to take 1 or 2 good fights before that and get the Roche, they kill it really quick. So if they can win one, they even get like 1 or 2 kills.
I don't think Mineski wins a fight into Aegis unless they have a Rapier, and then they need a little bit of luck. So if they can get the Rapier up maybe before the Aegis fight,
You see what they did to Alchemist. They can do that, but only
Yeah.
once
Yeah.
because they need their BKBs.
And
So
also, it
if they
isn't-
can prevent the Aegis, like you said.
It's going to be tough, right? S4 wasn't there with his blade mill. Like, you can't control where your flat cannons go in fights. Isn't that a big deal?
indeed. And
You just get another blade mill, too.
and especially with the butterfly build, like,
Yeah.
Gyro's got a Wisp on
No
him,
HP.
but 1600 HP.
He's getting an Ags on Sumail as well. Who's it going for?
It has to be. I think Weaver,
Weaver,
right?
for sure. 100% Weaver. That
Hey,
is
man.
so broken.
But Earth Spirit.
no, you give it to Weaver.
But Bristleback.
Theoretically,
No,
good point though.
no.
Both
Bristleback.
Weaver and Earth Spirit with Ag's ultimates have the ability to save Alchemist, which is
Yes.
a really cool X factor in the EG draft. The Alch really never falls off because he can always play super aggressive and either get friendly time lapse or turned into stone.
Wow. Or
Medusa not in the
Bristleback
game.
could goo everyone.
Dude, my man Grant, give me something.
What did he
Nice
say?
job. You weren't watching.
I
You
wasn't
made a
listening.
reference that was both Dota 2 lore and ancient Greek mythology. And you
Wow.
were over there just
I'm
still
just-
stuck in the checkout line.
Yeah. 11 items.
But for real, who do you think it is? I think it's Weaver, right? Or do you think it,
It
might
is
be Earth
Weaver.
Spirit?
It is Weaver.
Okay.
That low cooldown's ridiculous. And we saw exactly how Mineski wins fights. Alchemist is going to throw himself at you, and they have to be able to kill him, and Weaver will be able to reliably time-lapse him to save
No,
you.
no, it's a fun thing to do. This ain't the newbie stream, but if you know you can look at spells and hit Alt and read extra things the ability does, which is very cool to see.
Very helpful for
people out
players
there.
like Grant, who mainly are kept up in the lore.
It is. It actually is really cool to learn, though.
Do you know what planet Weaver hails from?
Yes. Nordtherin. I don't know. There's a smoke bottom, but they're not going to find anyone. They're just going to push to tier 2. Do you?
No.
Oh, okay.
Is under attack.
This is the last tier 2 for EG to take, which is really nice for them, which lets them go through any other lane to get to the Rack's bottom.
I am going to start calling you Grandolph, though.
Okay.
The lore master.
Please don't.
Grandolph.
Too late.
It's too
I even
late.
see a few gray hairs up there. That's perfect.
That's true.
But Roche is up. That is the key objective for both teams. You even see the circle being drawn on the map.
we'll just stay at Roche. Let's see if they go over there. No, they're killing shrines instead. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
EG's no rush to take this Roche, but Mineski has to prevent it. If they let this Roche happen, you're going to see some desperate plays happen, I believe, around this Roche.
What's our rapier watch?
Our Rapier watch is currently at less than 1,000 gold needed.
Yeah, once they get this Rapier, they're going to make a smoke play for sure, and they have to make. They might have to make it early, depending on if EG forces this Roche.
It's pretty crazy that EG is. Do you think EG should be forcing it right now, or why are they not?
I feel like you should. Just even if you have to use somebody's buyback, but I mean, Bristle can just run in and pop Blade Mail. If you bait out a couple BKBs, Venge swap, like you're going to win the fight. But I can understand their hesitancy.
I was going to say Vlad's on somebody on Radiant's going to be necessary to deal with Mega Creeps as well as help the Gyro, and they're already queuing it up on the Wisp, and I think Gyro's going to have to go next item, Satanic.
And look at, we talked about him, but this Clinks as well is going to do a reasonable amount of damage once they get MKB, but I guess Moon
They're
is
hitting
still
Roche
pretty
on the
far
side of
away.
EG. They have to contest this.
I got a question. Is there any way to make Roshan not attack the bug, or is that it's guaranteed he attacks the bug?
If you're already attacking Roche, and you have to de-aggro Roche from yourself, and then it'll hit the bug until the bug dies. If it's already hitting the bug, it will hit it until it dies.
Yeah,
Okay.
you need to be hitting Roche from like inside of him,
Yes,
and then use
and then
bugs.
do- Okay. A lot of people don't know that.
Well, now they
I
do.
didn't either. Thank
There you go.
The other way is to make him clap, because it resets his aggro. So if you make him clap, and then you're closer to him than the bug, and you're attacking him, then he
This
will
is
attack you.
knowledge. This
There
is
you go.
actually straight knowledge. Facts. No printer. Well, it looks like I like this. They're both going to TP out, and here we go. They're just going to hit this tier 3. This definitely could be the fight to end all fights right now. Timber, he's just saying hello.
I just want to point out that I just realized what you just said.
Yep.
Just straight facts, no
Thanks for
printer.
joining us.
Yeah, I joined the conversation.
Here we go. Mushi is going to pop that ultimate, and right now, see it later. He dies so quickly.
Goodness.
You have the rapier, and it is doing so much damage. Do we have an Aegis? No, not on Sumail, and that's 3 for 0.
And that, folks, is why you can first to IO Gyrocopter.
Still.
If you were wondering, it's because he just has an extra attack thanks to the side gunner every 1.1 seconds,
Thanks to
and
the
that's
IO.
doing 600 damage.
That's a lot.
And then when you attack everything, you're doing that much damage to every target for 6 attacks. And if you do,
And it used to be 9.
That's 3,000. Used to be 9, but now it's 6.
Yeah.
3,000 AOE damage in addition to your spells, the side gunner auto attacks, the wisp ball.
He's got that Satanic coming out, so suddenly the way they can deal with this Gyro, they have the BKB
Yeah.
IO, he's going to have a Vlad's too, and then let's not forget,
And
he's level 21 on IO.
This gets scary for the EG supports too, because if they don't have like a Glimmer or Ghost Scepter or Yules, like they will die to flak hits. And it's so deceiving because you don't really see them, sort of like BB gun pellets, and then you just take 2 to the noggin.
I'm surprised
and
they're not
you're back in
queuing up
base.
Ghost Scepters.
Yeah, same.
I think Ghost Scepters are the only way you can reliably kind of forget about the flak and still play your hero, because you can't possibly position around
Or
it.
you just do this, Blade Mail.
Oh,
Queued up
baby.
on the Earth Spirit.
I like
But he's going to have the Satanic, so
Yeah, that's
the Blade
that's
Mails,
the issue.
they're still effective though.
I'm surprised. Do you think like were they not expecting the Rapier to be ready? I mean, it was
They
a great
saw
play for
the
They
Lucy.
sacred
definitely did
relic.
not expect.
They saw the sacred
but they
relic.
didn't expect it, right? You
Yeah.
don't push up and just.
How do you not expect it when you see the Sacred Relic in his inventory?
You know what it is?
I feel like they
you know
just
what it is,
underestimated
actually?
it.
It's because they
That's
smoked and went to enemy secret shop.
And bought
Dyer
it.
had a ward
Yep, right
on
here.
Radiant secret shop. They didn't see Gyrocopter go there or Courier. They're like,
Oh, I
oh,
know.
we
Wow,
probably
maybe
doesn't
you're
have
right.
it.
I mean, we did see him TP.
It's the little things, man. Looks like they're trying to make something happen mid lane on the side of EG. They are not smoked up, but they're on the high ground with the gem, so they know they don't see them.
This
And
is,
this gets, you aren't really not ahead anymore on EG. You can't get any more items on your outfit.
you wouldn't say you're
Gyrocopter,
ahead at 22K, though.
it's like,
But it's IO Gyro. Like, Gyro's net worth is so inflated.
But isn't it the
Or
fact that
deflated.
there's 2 lanes, right, that are pushing? It means they always have to push out lanes, like, separately, right? Or else they get backdoored in their own base.
True.
I just don't know how you end the game on the side of EG.
yeah,
other
and
than
Megas
Blade
are
Mail
no
killing.
problem
Yeah.
for
Megas
Timber
are no-
saw Gyrocopter.
They're just annoying.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it makes it so Mineski can't leave their base.
Yeah, and I would be, I still think EG's in the driver's seat. They're probably favored like 8-2, but the Timbers items, if he had like 6 or 7K more net worth because he didn't go full support items, could be a different story.
Look at this. They're marching down bottom. This is very scary.
Japs has a
Evil
regen rune
geniuses.
bottled up. That's something that's completely relevant in a fight like this.
And also, don't forget the Venge aura as well with this gyro.
Here we go. We're going to see a silence just come out on the timber. Guardian Greaves will take it off. They are taking this tier 4, though.
Scared
reasonably
Vessel.
okay.
They can swap them in if they want, but they're not going to.
Dead.
I like this play, though. Play around the Bristle now, not the Alchemist.
Is he going to be dying?
Yeah.
No, they're playing very slowly on the side of Mineski. I think that's okay, but if you take too long, you're going to lose your base.
Yep. As you said, because just the creeps are pushing in middle and top now because they're forced to defend bottom. And
Clinks is not at base.
Yep, he needs C to creep.
he's waiting 1 second. Pop it.
I guess that's what they're waiting for.
There we go. Yep, and there
Just
it is.
TPing in.
And here we go. They're already in on this side.
This is
S4
dead.
taking a ton of damage right now. The
Blade
Blade
Mills!
Weaver
Oh my
back.
God.
And what a play. Arteezy with that Axe helps S4 get out of the base. And now they're running forward. Here comes the stun possibly. Yes, it hits 2 up there. Mushi not doing as much damage anymore, but still does a decent chunk. Sumail does end up dying, but the Scotty from Arteezy recently picked up.
He had the rapier too.
And he does. He is just doing insane amounts of damage. That's a dieback from Mushi. And jabs, he will not make it out. Fly with the freeze. And now Arteezy, though, be careful. He has the Aegis. He has his ulti as well. Doesn't even get much HP, but better positioning. Stun flies from Ninja. He pops the Aegis, but he will die as well. And, well, we see the gifted Ag.
Does anybody else
What a
remember
play.
when Sumail bought that 7th item blade
Yeah.
mail on Alk against the sniper rapier?
It was legend.
And he killed the sniper almost instantly.
That,
He put a blade mail in his inventory. They had 3 blade mails.
yeah, you give credit to the CM and Earth Spirit.
No, CM didn't have one.
Yeah, he did.
Reserve Spirit.
We're going
They
to
both
find
did.
out. If,
I mean, unless he dropped it. I saw that. I looked at his inventory.
who do you guys want to believe? Because we can look at the scoreboard right now.
Could have been a Glimmer Cape, and I could be mistaken. But
We'll check it out.
it was a Glimmer Cape. Oh, well.
I mean, they had 3 blade mails.
Yeah.
And he hits for 600. So he's hitting himself for 1,800 damage
Yeah.
in quick succession.
Yeah.
Every time he fires.
And,
And you saw him kill himself instantly.
And just like that, like you said, the 3 blade mills didn't hurt.
No
it.
satanic yet.
And S4 did get ultied by Arteezy because of them. I mean, that's your Alchemist, right? Just giving him a free ability to save him. And they just dove in. And that Clinks was there a little bit late. Like, he
Yeah.
got the creep, but the fight was already started. And
I think the fights won the moment, like, they just triple blade mail the flak. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way for Mineski, like, Mushi needed Satanic, to your point. If he
Yeah.
has Satanic, he might be able to sustain through that.
He might just need a
I
Yules.
think he does because of the side gunner.
What about a Ghost Scepter?
No, it's just Satanic. If you can counter the blade mails with Satanic, I'm pretty sure like everybody dies and you just sustain through. But it would have been one of those crazy.
I'm not actually sure you live, though.
I'm not either, and unfortunately, we'll never know.
Yeah, we will never know. That
But-
is true. But that was an epic way for Mineski to make a game out of it. We were suddenly thinking this game was over, and then Mineski made it close.
Yep. And I believe we do have some replays.
Highlights?
No. We have a scoreboard though.
Yes.
What happened in the laning phase? That's the biggest thing. Like, because it felt like you guys said that Timbersaw would have a free game, which he kind of
Yeah.
did. But then was it just the item build, you think?
I neglected to realize 2 things.
Okay.
One, I think S4 played the lane as he should. He also bought a bottle. He backlaned, and he had CM Aura. And I love Bristol, played a lot of it. I actually like playing with CM more than Wisp because you just have that passive regen to just spam quills. And the more quills you can spam, the faster and more efficiently you can farm. So he's just constantly pulling creeps, taking the easy camp, and not losing out on anything. And he's 30 seconds ahead of the Timber at all times. So he didn't really fall behind, and he was able to maintain just his territory in that lane for what, first 8 minutes or so?
What I was going to say is I think that this may seem like a stretch, but this is how high-level Dota works. Alchemist got the solo kill on Clinks.
Level
So suddenly, Clinks is not having the game he should have in the mid lane. So then we see a bunch of 3-on-3s go on in the mid lane where Venge is preoccupied mid lane. And I feel like this Bristleback, if you watch the replay back, was doing what he was doing at half health forever. And he was out-leveling the Timbersaw. And the minute Venge rotated bottom, he just died twice. And they could have done that 3 minutes earlier if he wasn't preoccupied with mid. And instead, because he takes so long to get bottom, even though Timbersaw has a free game, S4 is free farming.
Yep, that's the Sumail X factor.
Yeah, and
he's doing 20%, 40% in that matchup, better than he should.
you can't calculate that in the draft.
Yeah.
Like, I know Mineski has these timings in their mind. They're like, yeah, we're going to rotate back. We're going to shut down the Bristle, all that kind of stuff. That's why we're laning the Timbersaw against it. But suddenly you're dealing with this Alchemist who solo killed your Clinks.
Yep. All right.
So-
BSJ, Kyle, I know you guys are flustered about this whole solo kill incident, but there's still a game 2.
True.
We are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, who will be on top of the group? Will they be tied? together at 4-2, or will EG be up 5-1? We will find out in just a couple of minutes. And welcome back. Game 2, Evil Geniuses versus Mineski, the two who are at the top of this group going in. Liquid playing LGD on another stream right now, who is also at the top. And I mean, we're seeing the battle of the top. I've got Kyle, I've got BSJ. We're into a new game. Give me just pretend I'm Mineski. Give me some quick tips on what I should do in this draft differently.
Everything.
Really? You didn't like the Io Gyro?
The Io Gyro part was great. I felt like they just needed more of an idea about like where was their draft, not the draft even, but like where's this game going. I strongly disagree with the way Ice played it. I assume that's like a team decision, but I just don't think Wiz can be played without Earn. And I feel like when you have the best Timbersaw in the world, you gotta like enable him to go off, especially when you have a free lane bottom. He went a build like he got zoned out and was playing recovery Timber. I mean, he's got to be behind tier 1 bottom at like 7 minutes with Arcane Soul Ring, and it just didn't happen.
So you were fine with the drafts, just a little bit of the plain item decisions more so?
I'd say replace the Clinks with something as well. You have plenty of raw damage with the Gyro and the Timber,
Yeah.
but like, give me a stun. Give me something that enables my team to just deal damage.
A real playmaker besides making IO +1 do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no, and we see that time and time again. EG just abusing the fact that their supports often always have the ability to make plays, and if not, one of their cores does.
Yep.
I basically want to say, put the hero that can't die in against Sumail. So if you pick the exact same draft, put the Timber mid. Not for any other reason than so your mid laner does not get solo killed by Sumail. I know that sounds so cheeky, but I think out of the 3 or 4 games we've watched today of EG, he's gotten a solo kill in every single one.
Which,
And that, in the laning meta, is no joke. Especially on heroes that like Alk that are supposed to not win, and the idea of the hero is their timings are slowed down because they don't win. And he had a 12-minute radiance last game, and what is considered an unfavorable matchup. And I've said at the start of this stream earlier, and I say it again, if you have one lane go the way it shouldn't, it bleeds into every lane. So we mentioned what happened last game, and I think that EG has been heavily relying on Sumail to win the mid lane harder than he should, or win it when he shouldn't win it at all. And Mineski needs to try, I think every team needs to factor that into their drafts, the Sumail factor. It is a thing.
It is a thing, and it was maybe missing last year. It's back this year, at least for the first day, right? This is just day 1, also. We shouldn't go too crazy. But, I mean, a 5-1 start would be great, but what if you just go 0-4 tomorrow? Like, the thing is, you got to play consistently, and guess what hero did not get banned? Enchantress. And now it's going to get picked up. But it looks like they do possibly already have an answer for it. Venge and
Marana.
Okay.
All right, this is vintage Mineski. I think I've seen this exact opener a few times. Back in, was it like the Katowice, Bucharest area of the land cycle?
Yeah.
I think it was like February. They would pick this occasionally into a drow, and they play a lot of Moon Puck with it. But Puck currently the lowest win rate in, I believe, all of Dota 2. So
Why?
I'm hoping that's not the direction
the
they
way?
go.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know. Does it just not do enough damage? His talents aren't good enough? Who knows?
BSJ, you were playing middle for a bit there. Why is Puck not good?
I just think it's the way middle plays right now. Pretty much every mid laner is a tower pressuring,
Evil geniuses.
maybe rotating, but usually they're just sitting in their lane. And Puck doesn't fit that playstyle.
Okay.
And then she doesn't get enough, or it doesn't get enough out of the side lanes.
Yeah.
So you have to put it mid, and then there's just heroes that fit the way the game's played better. And a lot of the heroes Puck matches up well against aren't exactly getting picked either.
Yeah, that's a very good point. I think that plays a big role. And if you're EG here in this draft, you can ignore the Puck, but you could definitely ban Drow, right?
Yeah, you
Right?
probably should. You probably should with the double aura, just multiple range. But let's talk about Arteezy. Okay, you go on.
No. You
I was
first.
just going to talk about the Arteezy Phoenix. Are we going to see it again or no?
I think
They
it
did
worked
play it.
so well. I think they might save that.
It's
for the next
100%
stage.
win rate.
It is. You just keep that.
And based on that statistic, if they play it every game, they will take TI.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a bold
Think about
claim.
it. No, think about the statistic. 1-0. 100%.
100%.
But one thing I was a little bit surprised about this Phoenix is they already have a ranged DPSer that has an attack speed buff built in on the Marana. So it is a little bit odd to me that they would go for the Phoenix. Obviously, it is a very signature hero for Fly. Is an esteemed picture a picture of Phoenix?
Yep.
And Enchantress plus the Phoenix lane is quite scary to deal with. It could, I mean, the Phoenix can be in either lane, but Enchantress in general is just a scary hero in the laning stage. I think EG's already set up to do what they want to do. They pick pretty formulaic drafts in regards to let's just dominate the lanes in the best way possible, enable Sumail to have a strong 1v1, and even if he's at an unfavorable matchup, he'll win anyway. And S4 has been, even though we've been talking about Sumail a lot, I feel like S4 has been adjusting really well every game. He has different builds. His items always cater to exactly what he's supposed to be doing in the game. And even just cutting creep waves and playing that obnoxious Dota that he did last game really shows his understanding of the situation he's in at any given point, and I just think that's impressive.
We've seen that multiple times from EG today, even Sumail in that initial game, pulling mid-wave.
Yeah.
The first initial wave. And
against the Bloodseeker as an ALK.
And it's one of those things, it goes back to the conversations we've had at the Summit about how your understanding of the way the lane works and what you need to do to perform optimally is almost more important than the way you're actually playing. And the draw ban comes out. Thank you, EG. I approve. I think that drow lineups are just one of those strategies that make it easy to play Dota. And whenever you feel like you've got a skill advantage, like don't give a team something simple.
Ease of execution.
Yep.
But there's going to be a Weaver, another decent hero versus the Phoenix.
Isn't this a Kunkka game?
And the Ench, to your point, BSJ. I think you were saying Weaver just owns Ench.
Yeah, it doesn't own. It's like one of the few heroes that can lane against Enchantress when she hits level 6, which is something that is incredibly underrated. Enchantress kind of becomes this dead hero where you can't even approach her. Like anybody that comes in range of her, you just get impetus thrown at you, impetai, whatever the proper plural pronunciation is. And Weaver's one of the few heroes that he can disjoint the impetus with his Sakuchi. And generally, if you can just ignore Enchantress while getting farm, that's quite a good way to deal with her because she doesn't flash farm. And Weaver's a hero that once he gets BKB, shreds her in the mid game. So we'll probably see Diffusal BKB coming out from the Weaver. And it can be played. They can honestly have Murata be 1, 2, 3, and Weaver could be 1 or 2, or 1 or 3. And they do. Hey, I said Kunkka.
You did?
I did.
I think.
You said it.
Yeah, and that's just really good against the Weaver Murata was what I was thinking. Both heroes positional based on their spells.
And not just that, but it's got great synergy with Ench Phoenix, two heroes that have no lockdown whatsoever and love playing with the Kunkka. In addition, the run buff, when you have the sustain of a Phoenix and the egg, the sustain of the Ench, like if you don't burst these heroes down, they're going to get their spells off. And in the case of Phoenix, he's going to get the egg off.
Mineski needs a hero that wants to take long fights.
And who would that be?
I'm thinking it's probably a support here. I can't imagine this Weaver's a support. Maybe. Have we seen a 4 Weaver yet? It's something I've been seeing a lot in pubs.
Not this tournament.
Okay. It's funny because you'll generally tend to see a little bit of what from pubs bleed in.
Oh, I mean, Enchantress, obviously.
Because these players are practicing somewhere.
Yeah. Do we like this Venge? We talked about it at the start of the day.
I
so
like it
far,
more than I don't like this.
I'm not a fan. It just feels like just not good.
We saw some sick swaps.
What about Oracle?
If your biggest thing is a save, right? That's the thing with Oracle too, right? I hate a hero that if you're there for a save, right? It just feels like such a weird hero in a laning phase meta when your best ability is past the laning phase to save someone else. It's very odd.
I feel like you just pick Phoenix instead.
Yeah.
Like, just this hero seems to have it's got like 4 active spells. All these heroes, they just have too many abilities. They do so much damage. Feels like if you just get your spells off on any target during a fight, you're going to have more influence than Avenger.
Most notably, a lot of these supports are very survivable. Protect themselves.
Yeah, what happened to Winter Wyvern? Why is he not picked or banned recently?
I've seen him a couple times this tournament, but he definitely has fallen off a lot compared to like the Summit or in general. It just felt like a powerful laning hero. I don't know.
It's the changing course too. I mean, you've got you have Ench, Marana, Pugna,
Weaver.
Yeah, all just top picks, and you can't play Wyvern into them. And they go Lena. I like it in the sense that it's another egg killer. It is really good against Enchantress, but holy
this is the perfect TA
Mineski
game.
is squishy.
And they're just picking TA, and this game's over. Sorry, it's not over, but TA is a very good pick here.
How good? Scale of 1 to 23.
23 being good. I would say 24.
Okay.
That's not on the scale, BSJ.
Yes.
So you think
out of all the lane counters, TA owns Lena, and they don't have any damage instances to proc the refraction.
Yeah. I like the Spectre ban from Mineski, though. I feel like were that left open, that's an insane pick for EG in this game, but to your point, TA just seems like give your best player a great matchup and let him go to work.
It's not only a good lane matchup, it's also just a good game
for
the hero. And that's why...
what do they do to take off refraction?
Yeah, I
what if
really...
they don't pick TA in this last 2 minutes?
If they don't pick
nothing?
TA, then it's just as bad as my PL prediction last game.
Okay. Well, we have 5 seconds. Let's see what they take. They take Storm. So-
Exactly. I'm a little bit surprised by that, to be honest with you.
That is, I like the pick. It's a great pick, but it can get abused in the lane. If you can survive that, I think Storm actually owns this entire Mineski draft.
They have
Even
all
Lena.
delayed stuns.
Yeah, it gives you the reach that just slaughters heroes like Mirana, Weaver, Lena. They're very squishy. You get that Kaya Orchid, one pick off, all of a sudden your BKB timing, you're the strongest hero for the rest of the map. And with Kunkka, you get to do those really cool plays with X's. You zip all the way in or from base. It allows you to abuse teleports to get free regen. And if Storm's able to just fill his mana pool every 80 seconds, like, it just feels so good when you're on map at all times.
So it's not TA, so we wasted about 2 minutes earlier, but all's forgiven.
Yeah, I don't know why Kyle suggested that
Yeah,
pick.
it was
Just
strange.
made no sense if you really put it on paper.
All right, but here we go.
I like the Nyx ban
Yeah.
against Phoenix, the Enchantress, and the Storm.
Yeah. And now, so what are these last picks going to be looking like? Obviously, an Arteezy here on Mineski's side. They're looking for, unless it's a support hero, I believe? Or do you think Mirana could possibly support? Is there any chance of that? We did see a little bit of that.
10 seconds.
I mean, we saw we haven't been seeing anyone pick PL this tournament, but once again, feels like a good PL game
Seconds
for Arteezy.
I think that's too much. You got a Storm. I don't think you need anything crazy. Just something that does tower damage.
Whoa, whoa. The 2 minutes
Thank
were
you.
not
Thanks for giving-
wasted.
Thank you.
And
There's no
just-
way they weren't picking TA.
Then
Just
why
like
didn't
I said.
I don't know. I don't know why they didn't
they
pick it.
just-
Like, I don't know what the deal is. Like,
Yes,
I guess
just
side lane Storm.
Chill.
I'm chill. I'm chill. I'm chill.
Okay.
I'm cool.
Because you were correct.
Hold
but-
me back. Hold
but
me back.
Isn't this is strange, right? Where
The Storm's
you're
going side
Storm
lane.
and TA. Yeah.
I've never seen the Storm side lane
10
this year.
seconds remaining.
Last time I
but-
remember it was like Mason and
It could be-
Arteezy, yeah.
I would say TA side lane, but there's no way.
No,
Put
you're putting
side.
TA mid if you pick it against the lane.
What do you do? You got bamboozled just now, Mineski. You got 30 seconds.
Wham
What do
bam, thank you,
draft?
ma'am.
I got bamboozled. Oh, what the heck?
Yeah,
is going on?
everyone watching is bamboozled.
Man, people questioned me.
They
Do you
did?
remember the
I bet
woozles?
we could have looked at chat.
what?
Huffalumps and Woozles?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
my man.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is why I love you guys because no one else.
Because we know Winnie the Pooh.
Dude, you don't understand, man. I was rocking a Schoolhouse Rock T-shirt yesterday, and no one got it.
Yeah.
No one even knew what that was.
I remember.
I'm
You
just,
keep doing you, Kyle.
man. I'm
Well,
just
here we go.
trying to sing conjunction.
We're
with
gonna find out. It's
Ooh.
Tango.
that. Is what?
So is it support Mirana?
It has
or
to be
Weaver?
support
Or
Weaver.
Lena.
It's
It could
support.
be all, any three.
I like support Lena a lot more than the other.
This is
one.
an Arteezy TA, by the way, not a. So is it going to be a side lane, or is that seems?
I don't
I
interesting.
mean, have you seen Arteezy play Storm?
Yeah, and yeah.
Oh, okay. Is it good?
I mean, he played middle a long time ago.
Oh, that's I was
Pretty
just
good.
wondering because I haven't seen it. So,
It's been a long time. I mean,
It
obviously he's
depends.
good, but
What year are we in?
2000 carry the 18.
I wouldn't let Arteezy play Storm. Though.
Okay. Okay.
so it is Moon, Lena, Ninja Boogie, Venge. We still haven't learned.
So it is a mid Lena.
Yeah.
I said support Weaver. That was my call.
Let's see.
I will say
Oh, got him.
Jabs Weaver.
Ice Pango is pretty
10
nice.
seconds
He's pretty good at this hero.
Indeed.
Kills Enchantress really well.
He was the guy that really showed everyone why this hero was
remaining.
nuts, and it was a big part of the one major that Mineski won,
Yes.
DAC.
Very big.
Yeah, he was like it became a must ban, or he was going to own you. And I think that it's great for him, but it's a terrible Pango game.
Why is that?
You hate playing against Kunkka because it just removes your swashbuckle and W is escape mechanisms. You just get X.
You can still use your ult though.
True, but you can get clicked by S4 Zench during your ult. Storm hunts you. You hate playing against TA because of the refraction. And Sun, it's just a rough game. It's a rough Pango game.
I think he can make it happen though.
What about this Jabs Weaver? What do you do in the laning phase as a support Weaver? Do you just right click and run through him as Sakuchi, or what do you do?
Yeah, I think you're just trying to remove the Phoenix. Like I think you put the Weaver in the Phoenix lane and you just kind of stick him on the Phoenix, pulling the Phoenix away from your core to basically soak up the attention to enable your core. I think he'll go with the Pango and just kind of let the Pango play his own game.
I think you tri-lane this Enchantress with your Weaver Venge Mirana, and you absolutely dumpster the Ench Kunkka off. And your Pango is going to be top. It's a Phoenix and a Storm. I mean,
But
you
he's
just
gonna
pull
get-
creeps.
I don't know. I mean, I see what you're saying, but who's more important to get dumpstered, the Enchantress or
It's
the Pango?
not. I just don't think that you can influence the map better in the Mineski laning phase outside of a tri lane.
Okay,
I
so we've
feel like-
heard what we know is not going to happen, Graham. What do you think the lane setup's going to be?
Sorry, I was looking at items to help me decide that.
That's
What
kinda
do you want to
cheating.
know? You want?
It's a side lane
we're in
TA.
the
Whoa,
game.
I just wanna point this out.
I told you it was a side lane
It is?
TA.
You did say that.
Well,
I have no idea what's
so
going
why
on.
do you not like side lane TA, BSJ? We'll go with
It's
that.
just a
first.
hero that heavily relies on solo XP and also being close to her tower early on. Because she is susceptible in the early, like, 2 or 3 levels to
Yeah.
ganks
All right, so here's the
and
question.
pressure.
Did EG just double bamboozle Mineski?
They
And they're
double
gonna send,
bamboozled us.
They're going to send Lina to side lane 2, expecting the TA mid.
No, he has mid items on the Lina. I just want to say that we have bird's eye view and we're surprised by what we're seeing, and so Mineski may get a bit caught off guard, but they might just be okay with, hey, they're not putting TA in this incredibly favorable matchup mid. We mentioned it was a very good TA game, but was it good enough to pick it for a side
Isn't
lane?
that what makes Dota so great? We don't. This is not something we see every day. This is
We've seen
it's different,
Arteezy
yeah. Phoenix.
support Phoenix,
Yeah.
and we've seen Arteezy side lane TA all in one day. And this is why he's won how many
Even-
TIs?
Yeah, and even in other games, right? We saw Kuroki playing Clinks as
30
well.
seconds to
Just
battle.
a lot of just Dota. That's Dota, baby.
So a little bit of scouting from both teams.
No one spotted anything yet.
He does have a
though,
ward
except
top
over
to see the
here.
Venge, but that doesn't really tell you anything.
Tells you he's got 2 mangoes and he's get a spam a lot of stuns on you.
Or Wave of Terrors.
You know what, though? TA versus Pango, especially if he's putting a 1v1, like, you actually crush this matchup.
I have to believe Mineski is not going to try lane.
Oh, there's going to be a fight top. It
That's
looks
what you
like
said.
Enchantress will get stunned
Yeah.
up. Crit will get it. Pango
The heal.
steals, and he's going to get both of them in the bottom side as well. But Fly taking so much damage. S4 just right-clicking jabs. Sakuchi doing a ton of damage, but Ninja Boogie will get the kill. And it looks like they're going to get a bunch of runes as well as first blood. So a nice start there for Mineski.
So Grant, why are they tri laning on Mineski?
They're not.
Oh, I thought they were tri laning top.
They're going to.
Jabs looks like he's trying to snipe the courier first.
It's, I mean,
He knows Sumail's the
I
courier.
think that,
used
yeah,
to.
exactly. I was going to say, and it's a matchup that you really need to curt your spam as well. Storm versus Lina, it's textbook trade HP, get gold, buy regen.
Courier's coming. It just left base. He's waiting. No. Jabs.
Jabs, what are you
Patience.
doing?
Patience. No.
Jabs! He
Oh,
didn't even
man.
have a CS yet. Of course he wasn't using courier.
Well,
They got 3
Disaster.
bounty runes on Mineski. He didn't have gold for Salve until he got a CS.
Does TA win this side lane matchup? I know she would
Yeah.
win if it's mid.
TA definitely beats Pango 1v1.
yeah, Colin just recently said.
Yeah, how
he
many
is
times
gonna
have you played this
destroy.
matchup in the side lane?
I have personally played in games competitively with side lane TA, like at least twice, which
Okay.
is 2 more times.
That's 2
than
more
anyone
times
else
than
in
I
the
have.
scene.
Yes, than I have.
Well, bottom.
And that's who we're comparing it to right now.
AK top.
You do have regen problems though, and he is getting outlaned right now.
Arrow
And he's never
will
getting the
whip.
courier.
Arrow's gonna whip, but we do see Fly just taking a ton of damage. Gonna have to flask up. We do see a pop up on jabs from the torrent, but he just squeezes on through there. Then we'll go take a look at bottom here, and they're just right clicking each other.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Gonna go
is-
bottle on Pango. Pretty
I-
necessary for his regen.
I really like what Ice has done.
Oh, stun's gonna go up and enchant. He does get the heal off. Will it be enough? Sure won't. Torrent only hits onto 1. Mineski. Another successful kill in this trailing. Look at the gold lead already. More than 1,000 gold.
Morana has no salve though, and he's very low.
It does have 3 tangos though.
Yeah, mid lane somehow going in the favor of Smell. If only that courier snipe had worked out.
Pretty even still though.
I don't know if this matchup is supposed to be close to even. The DD on Lina will certainly help him out though.
And here we go. Ninja Boogie, as we saw, eats the mango. Has boots, by the way. And here comes the arrow. Fly's actually going to tank it for S4. And I'm pretty sure that was a guaranteed kill on one of them. And Fly's just going to eat it anyways. Helps
Only
S4
level 1 on
level.
S4 in there. Okay, he just got level 2 now, but they were level 2 on all the heroes of Mineski, and that's really important when you're in a tri lane to hit that timing. If you're in a tri-v-tri, the minute you get level 2 and the opponent does not have all their level 2s, that most heroes are about twice as strong when they hit level 2.
Like you talked about. Look at that. The double damage Lina. He has not gotten it. He has been 10-1 for about 2 waves now. Moon is just going to dominate him in this
Yep.
favored match, like you said.
He had the creep wave dragging with him to the rune as well, so he guaranteed hill. And now he just sits there, as you said, wins 2 waves for free. I like what Sumail chose to do. He's going to try and stack that hard camp.
Arteezy's
will-
doing a side lane bottle on TA.
That would imply he gets courier usage, though.
Eventually. No, he'll just buy it at the side shop, please.
You don't think he's going to walk all the way over there?
I mean, he's not going to get the courier walking all the way to base. That's really far from mid.
That's fair.
Well, the courier flies now, though. That was a little bit quicker.
Maybe he's got really wishful thinking now. It looks like he's got the Wraith Bandit Tangos on there.
Well, it looks like Sumail's going to heal, so... Oh, yeah, you're right. So he's just going to go for the Aquila.
Sumail's super good at Storm, though, in these type of situations.
Yep.
We've seen... I've seen it time and time again whenever he plays in these, like, terrible matchups. I don't remember what tournament it was, but he got shut down mid with, like, a tri-lane almost, and he came back and crushed that game after starting, like, 0-4.
And this is really nice from EG, just to be efficient. Even though it's just a couple of creep waves, throw the Phoenix mid. It looks like Sumail's actually going to buy bottle and go to the jungle. I like this decision because you're not really going to get much once Lina outlevels you middle.
And you're
so
not
just throw
shutting down
Phoenix
Lina
there.
either.
Exactly.
You're not doing anything different than your support would.
Yep.
A lot of questions about when you should leave the lane or a good idea to give your support the lane is, can my support fill the same purpose in this lane that I can? And if the case is yes, then why waste your time in the lane?
Stun on S4. Is level 2 now. The burst, will it be enough? Looks like it will. Mushi with the leap.
And
Gets
that's
the kill.
that's the leap attack speed coming into play. And Enchantress is only level 2, which that untouchable is incredibly underwhelming nowadays at level 1.
If he gets level 2.
Oh, Mango Eaton. Is
They're gonna kill
S4
him.
just going to die again? Gets arrowed in S4. He is going to go down. That's a TP, and wow, S4 just gets bodied.
And let me tell you from personal experience, when you die and TP back into lane and die, your game is incredibly... Like you are set back so far in terms of time. That is like 3 minutes or so before the Enchantress will be back where he should be.
Radiant's
At
top
least.
Is there...
is under attack.
I
What?
feel like, I'm just thinking in my
Yes.
head, TA counters Lina harder in lane than anything else.
And Storm would do fine against
And
Pango.
Storm crushes a melee Pango. Yet they didn't do those lanes.
That's really odd.
Well, we're going to watch this.
Oh, they
RTZ.
stacked the stuns. Oh, but they have the ult.
Sorry, I
Okay.
missed. I was watching the bounty
I
runs
love the
here.
Aquila on Lina. He knows that the Storm is left lane, so Aquila enables almost any hero in the game to pressure tower.
Yep.
That aura for the creeps makes them take 1 extra tower shot per creep. And he has the siege creep coming up as well. So I like the kill, but I wouldn't even mind if they waited till the siege creep wave to do that.
I think it's just a... It's a good point. It's super annoying when your catapult gets a fire spirit, as you can see.
He's fire spiriting the siege creep, which is cheeky because this is going to go down to the next tower shot.
Might get denied, though. Shouldn't.
Okay.
Could have actually denied it. He had the time to do it.
This is the first time we've seen an absolute free farm Lina, at least for me, in a long time. And I think this hero can be quite scary.
Uh-oh, top again, S4. See you later, my friend. Another kill. Now they're actually going for more now. They have level 4 on Mushi, and they're just bullying
This
S4.
is exactly what I mean. This is how you address Enchantress. Just kill him. Especially when you have 3 ranged heroes that deal this much damage. Like, there's no way for S4 to ever come back into the game. The problem that teams have dealing with Ench is that they don't shut him down. He hits level 6, and he abuses your safe lane. But that's not the case here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but bottom lane is going well for EG at least. He is out-leveling him on the TA, and we all know how it is to deal with the TA that's level 6. The traps do so much damage. He has no sentry.
Uh-oh, S4. S4 is in quite the pickle. Bug stun. Arrow
the
will
arrow.
miss. Torrent does help out a little. They need to kill that bug. Crit does help, and with that heal, barely survives. Wait, also, about a minute and a half ago, Mineski got all 4 bounty runes, as well as having 2 bottles, so they're pretty happy with what's going on. What is this just going to be, is this possibility of just a 20-0 game run over, or do you think, what does Sumail need to do, right?
It's
He
the
went to
bottom lane.
Jungle.
It's the bottom lane right now. That's the key
Okay.
factor for EG.
It's just crazy. That DD rune top completely changed the makeup of this game. Storm has not come back to mid lane.
I've learned the counter to Sumail mid.
Yeah.
Get a DD?
Just get
There
a
you go.
DD. It's that easy.
Just,
that easy?
I mean, Gabe's here somewhere, right? Just go up
Yes.
to Gabe Newell, be like, hey, man, I really need some help. Can we
Can
change
you
this
just
given
spawn a DD at 2 minutes, please?
Yes, top,
Specifically
preferably.
top, yes. When we're dire.
It is slightly closer to the mid lane.
Yes. Because if it's at 4 minutes, it's probably too late.
So here's the thing, you are tri-lane though, but you look at, remember last game we were talking about how everyone was such a high level. This game, because those tri-lanes,
Oh,
everyone's
gank
so
on mid.
low, yep, they're going to go for him. Kunkka though, should go down, but
Oh, the Lina missed uphill. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, the first like 2 attacks missed uphill.
you're still probably a little more happy though that it did kill the Kunkka, not your Storm, but this should be a tier 1 tower more than likely. No, they back out. Are they just scared more heroes are coming, like the TA, or? They know TA's bottom.
TA is not a hero that's ever going to rotate to this. TA has no desire to leave. TA does the same thing bottom as she would mid. It's a playstyle of the hero. And what hero is really going to take bottom if he doesn't? Like, when we talked about what Storm was doing mid, he wasn't shutting down the Lina if he stayed. TA is shutting down the Pango by staying here. So instead, he's not going to rotate.
Ooh. S4 getting run down by Ninja Boogie. A stun into an arrow could definitely still be a kill. Torrent will miss, but barely gets out.
To follow up on your point, I think one of the dumbest things you can do in the current meta is when you're winning your safe lane alone as a core. To leave.
Any side lane.
Yeah, like don't ever leave a side lane that you're dominating.
Yes.
It just there's nothing you can do on the map that'd be more impactful.
Yes, and giving that guy, even not only taking away your own farm, but giving like a Pango 3 or 4 free creep waves is a huge deal.
Hope S4 gets the heal off.
Jabs?
So won't even
Courier?
commit it.
Courier?
Will it be a courier kill?
That's
No,
fine.
it's fine.
S4 is still doing okay top,
Yeah,
level
smoke
5.
on mid lane though.
Yep, it is going to be one around the backside. Moon is playing pretty far up. There it is. They're going to go for it. Slow him down. X plus the Torrent will come. Will hit. Will they get the kill before everyone rotates in? Not quite yet. Sumail does dodge the stun, but it looks like he will go down. He's actually stuck, but now Ice gets the kill to 1-for-1 trade right there. Or pardon me.
That's the problem I have with Lina nowadays, is even when she gets a lead, no matter what, she's still killable.
Enchantress is going to die as well. Gets heal off, but dies. And if you didn't know, Arteezy did kill the Weaver as well bottom, so he's having a good game. But
How
so
does
is
a
Mushi
TA kill a Weaver?
with an outplaying good side
Yeah,
lanes.
I guess he probably caught him on a trap when he came out of Sakuchi.
You're
and
saying
it's
you've
only
never
level 4.
died to something stupid, BSJ, that you shouldn't die to?
If I'm not supposed to die, I will never die.
All right.
Yeah.
It's like I've casted a few of your games and seen you.
Yeah, I mean, that was, somebody else on my account.
Well, look at this. Crit is trying to farm at level 6, and it is a 2K lead still for Mineski. How do you push this lead, I guess is the term?
It's tough. They don't have any natural tower pressure, and that, as to BSJ's point, when your Lina is the one snowballing, you never really feel secure because you always die. Like, you will die to rotation.
Lina pushes advantages by hitting more creeps.
Yeah, hitting more creeps. Being
For a
the
Yule
aggressor.
Scepter, maybe a Shadow Blade. But, like, look at his items queued up. He's going to play his own side of the map and the Dire Ancients until he gets that Yule Scepter. And that's just the way Lina has to play.
And it's a rough game, too, as it scales on, because you're playing against TA Storm. Two heroes with incredible jump potential. You're never really able to feel secure in your position on the map.
Yeah. But he's never walking past the river, despite how far ahead he is. A lot of these mid laners will play up in your face, but Lina's just not that type of hero. And
Storm was at 2,000 net worth to Lina's 3,000. The game's progressed. They've stayed even. Yes, Lina's ahead, but the disadvantage hasn't changed.
this is what Lina does when she's ahead, though. So the fact that she's not pulling more ahead is speaking to what EG's trying to do. They are ganking the Enchantress top with the Pangolier.
There comes the roll in. Will finally hit. No heal off yet, even though it's off cooldown. But down here, looks like Hunk is going to die. Oh my goodness.
Beep, beep.
Laguna comes through, and that's a quick 2 kills. They as well got the... No hero is middle, but I believe either Sumail or Fly missed it an eye on middle tower, so they get the gold.
Arteezy almost has a blink dagger on the TA. 11 minutes into the game, so he's their X factor this game. Him and Sumail still having good games, despite what it looks like in terms of the 3K lead as well as the 12-2 kill lead.
Still not as good as their counterparts, though, in Mushi and Moon right now.
It's just one of those where the game looks worse than it is.
Uh-oh, middle, though. It is only a level 1 pull-in, but that Sunray doing so much. It should be a kill. It is. Fly gets in. Damn, that percentage-based damage.
I feel like when a lot of teams are down this patch, there's not too much playmaking ability, but EG still has it.
Where
And that's
is-
the key here. They have
I
Kunkka
like
X.
this.
Where's he going?
TP in.
Well, S4 died. Is he? He could have just
S4 is not a
TP'd
hero in this
before.
game.
Yeah, I'm just watching. He is just walking all the way around.
He's going to keep
Oh, he's
dying.
going for the
Enchantress is
top
one of
right.
those heroes that has no other way to play the game.
Ooh, misses the Torrent. They know he's not there now. They actually saw him, and now he's going to miss the rune because they go for the kill. Jabs should sneak it here. He does. Nice play there by Jabs. And a
And
little miss
meanwhile,
by
Mushi
Crit.
pressuring top, going for the Yasha. Probably first item Manta, if I had to believe.
That's
Deals with traps, deals with the Orchid from Storm, deals with Phoenix Fire Spirits. You can dodge the X if you're really good.
Bottom. Here we go. They have the Yules now. Will they get the stun on Storm? Sure will. No, they do not. And he just zips away. Will he make it far enough? Far enough, I guess. And there's a lot of heroes from Mineski coming down here. Trap's going to get popped. Jabs will be slow. Pango, he is going to come rolling in. Arteezy, will he get spotted out? Not quite yet. Wave of Terror won't see him. And now Crit will hit it. Oh my goodness. He
That
almost
was
hit some.
Indiana Jones right there.
Top lane.
Yep, that is a Mirana.
Mushi has to leave this lane pretty soon. Yeah, okay, he's gone.
So
Once Enchantress hits 6, Mirana, despite having the lead, just gets harassed down by Impetus. I wouldn't be surprised if they put the Weaver top
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yep.
because he's the only hero, even though he's a support.
Because even though S4 can bully, he's still not really much of a threat. You just need somebody that can drag creep waves away and not die.
I'd love to see Weaver
TB
TB top right now.
Bottom tower
let's
is
see.
under attack.
Has 2 TPs, but they smoke up bottom.
This means they want to make a play bottom over defending their top tower, and they.
Or are they going to just run straight for Sumail?
They have the vision.
As long as they hit the stun.
Yeah.
That was a huge kill to miss. I mean, that's obvious, but at the same time, it's slowing down the storm makes it so TA's job is much harder. This Enchantress really isn't in the game, so that's even a
It's a
huge
great
kill.
fight. They've got a ward.
Yep, nice counter ward by Ninja Boogie actually, but it doesn't want to get rid of the smoke. But
Yep.
they see
They
RTZ.
see both.
This is such a big sentry ward.
They broke the
bait him
Lina.
out. Yep. And there, they do get the ward eventually. Now,
Mango TP's in as well. Does he have a Blink Dagger?
are they defending this?
He does not have his Blink Dagger. 700 gold off.
And this is going to be a straight 5-on-5 fight. It looks like at 14 minutes in here. Illusion Rune bottom, so won't make that big of a deal.
I don't know if you want to commit to this if you're EG.
Yeah, EG, do they have any vision? Do they have sentries? They
don't
see
have-
that they're Mirana ulted because that stun from Lina. Stun's going to fly out. It will hit TA. It will be an arrow. Pango trying to lock him down. Laguna will come out. Both
Oh, the Phoenix
won't
in trouble
do
too?
anything. And now Phoenix as well as Storm both get it go down here. What a roll-in by Ice. Another kill goes down. They're going to throw one up into the air. It is S4, and you're going to die as well, my friend.
Yeah, you can't win that fight if you're EG, can you? Like
You have TA Storm
TA
are the
Storm.
heroes with good games.
Yes.
And those heroes don't do that. They don't march down lanes until push objectives.
and they got your ward too. Like you have no advantage. From
Mineski
being
did
fine
all
in
the
that
things
area.
they needed to do in
Yep.
terms of dewarding wards as well as traps. That's a
Yep.
very important aspect of taking a fight against TAs. If the TA has traps to slow you down as you're running in, like your supports are just casually taking 250 damage as they're walking into the fight.
It's a very good
And,
point.
yeah.
That's game changing. If you're taking that fight,
Yep.
not to mention
And you
EG
see
didn't
the
have
fight.
detection for the Mirana invis, and they shouldn't. I think they even saw it.
Yeah, and look at that.
And I think Arteezy had time to react to that Venge stun too. Must have been looking at something else in the fight. Going on to the Pango bottom, manages to swashbuckle his way out of there. He's low mana. Has no mana for time lapse on the Weaver. Has it now. Oh, there.
Arrow
Dang.
does hit, and now we have the Starstorm. Don't need it, no mana. They just get the kill. And that was simple as that.
Wow.
So
TPing top on Pango. They're looking to go again. They have Blink Dagger. He's ready to roll it up. I think that's exact quote from Arteezy.
Let's see. They
in the
probably need a
words of
little more.
Arteezy, Pangolier is the worst hero in Dota 2.
Yes, yes.
Like
Direct
confirmed
quote.
I'm not. This
He
is not
said
a
that.
drill.
I call him out on that one too, but oh, here we go. TA will get hit twice. Does still have the refraction. The
Is that a
blink
hero?
just keep going, and now look at that. We do have a torrent, but it will get Ewell's off. Now a slow's gonna come. Here comes the egg. Moon should just melt down to TA. Sure will.
What is he doing up there?
Wait. I need to know, Fly. You didn't get your dust. Your dust. You were an egg. You didn't get it. Well, see ya. It's crits, by the way, but they don't want that.
Look at the wards Mineski placed though. It's real nice, and that's why I'm very surprised they were caught sleeping. They have these
There.
aggro wards placed up top. They
Let's
know
see
they're
the
in
follow-up
vicinity.
rotation, yeah. They know how many reinforcements,
Ooh.
but mid lane, they have a DD on Weaver.
Whoa!
He might have.
Yeah! Got him. That's half health on Enchantress. He'll be able to, heal all of that off in one sec. It's now off cooldown.
It's funny when stuff like that happens in game. Like you just laugh a bit. Like it's just like, all right.
It just makes you giggle.
I can
He
actually,
tried. He
it
tried.
Just, I guarantee S4 in comms just said like what in a
Yes.
Swedish accent. Like
Yeah. Direct
That's
quote,
it.
too.
That's all.
That's about the only reaction you got. You're just like, I'm just farming here, and you when you're an Enchantress, you're thinking about what kills you, and it's not a Weaver Venge.
Oh, look at
And
this.
so you're seeing, you're like, what?
Will they find? Doesn't look like they. If they hit an arrow here.
oh,
Sumail saw it the last second.
What a
Zips
player.
out. Has Kaya now. That's pretty late, Kaya, though. Mineski, their 6 cap. It is 19-4.
We are one away from the memes.
Yeah. When do you go for Roche? Can you, as Mineski, do you need more damage on the Lina? Is that like
You need to take control of that area by killing traps as well as a hero. Oh, the
stun.
yeah, the
the
disjointed.
meld hit doesn't
But the
hit.
urn.
And yeah, this is looking bad. Arteezy is just gonna get brought down.
Sentry
here.
still sees him there barely.
Simple kill there from Mineski, and they pick it up. Now Storm is going to be zipping on in, but look at this. He dodged the stun so far. It hasn't been thrown out yet. They will get one kill. That is a killing spree, surprisingly. Fly spots out. Oh, my goodness.
my
Ice. What
Good
a
golly
juke.
gosh. He does get out, and that kill on the Venge really doesn't mean anything.
It's gold. But, yeah,
But
you don't get
kills on
anything after.
supports, it's all about what you get objectively. And EG has 4 heroes on the same side of the map, not getting anything. If they were like farming 2 other lanes, that kill on a support's good.
Yep.
But they're not getting anything off that. They're actually farming more on the side of Mineski while that kill happens. We talked about kills are worth what, like a creep wave? And Mineski definitely got more than a creep wave while that kill was happening.
And the X Factor, it doesn't really matter to me how good TA's game looks. It's really just the Storm. I think Sumail's got to be the one to win this game for his team. The Orchid timing is everything right now.
Spirit Vessel owns everyone, but that isn't Storm.
Oh, boat. Just clearing out a creep wave, it looks
They're
like.
smoked up on Venge and Lina. They're looking to make
there's
things
no
happen.
boat, too.
Blink Dagger Lina.
Yeah.
Not very common. You almost always see the Yules into Shadow Blade.
I don't mind it. They have more catch now. You've all
Yeah.
a team fight from Pango. Don't make him go in first. Get the Blink Yules into stun. That's arrow follow-up.
I think you still make the Pango go first, but the Lina can be great immediate follow-up. I think Lina going in first
they
dies.
both can follow up. They both can initiate. Now
Okay.
you're not all in on the idea
I'm
that
pretty
one
sure in the
guy's gotta make
comms,
plays.
I'm saying Pango can go first without just immediately
I'm
dying.
saying the comms are, guys, we got to play to win.
Baby.
Exactly.
Man. They should put that in the game, I think.
Tinker ward up.
Radiant's
Top
Those are
lane,
fun
Enchantress
features.
doing what Enchantress does, but he is not feeling like a hero in this game.
What do you mean? He's got a creep and he
I mean,
he's killing it.
he doesn't feel like the impact that we've seen from Enchantresses in the offlane.
Looks like
He's the one running away when everyone on the side of Mineski is like showing in other lanes.
Grant, are you surprised that people don't tri lane? Like, it seems effective in a few games here and there, but it's just like people have this rule of... You remember when no one picked Omni Knight?
yeah.
Just because it was like, you know, it was
A
lame.
hero that nobody picked
Yeah.
forever.
It
Yeah.
feels like we have this, you know, unwritten rule. Like, hey, guys,
This is a
no
dual lane
tri
patch.
lanes, all right? Like, let's meet. It's like when people used to duel and they actually took 3 paces. Like, I would 100% take 2 paces and fire.
Yeah, and just, I would
Uh-oh,
too.
Fly.
But no, this is life and death situation.
Well, Fly is about to not have life.
This
Well,
Venge is
he will go.
fast.
Yep. Tranquil boots as well as the smoke. We'll get the stun. We'll get another stun from Lina. No, don't need it. Laguna instead. Phoenix will get Tome, but
Yeah, Tranquils plus that Mirana bonus move speed from the ultimate. He blinks on Arteezy, has the Urn Charge to cancel the blink, but they're fast enough to kill him.
they are.
He's rolling it up, and he catches the TA.
only
No,
had
he has
one.
refraction. Stuns him again. It's already off because of the Urn Charge.
Bow in the back is going to hit 2 heroes, but won't be enough on the backside. Lina, no Laguna, doesn't need it. They get
Wow.
the kill on Sumail.
Right into Roche. You got the medallion and bugs up soon on Weaver. Love the buyback as well from Jabs. That's what's going to guarantee them this Roche.
Yep, and Mineski are now killing it. 23 and 6
Look at Mushi's items. I have not seen somebody go this build.
in a while. It was reasonably standard, I would say like a year ago, but
Isn't this
yeah.
typical Mushi, though? Go some weird items that look
Weird.
questionable,
Yeah. He's going BKB next. It looks like possible SNY, but most likely BKB.
but he owns.
Yeah.
That's the key qualifier. Except for when he used to buy Lincolns on Medusa. I finally got him to admit that was a terrible decision.
What?
He used to
on Medusa?
he would buy Lincoln's Medusa every game.
I mean, when you disagree with somebody 20 times, you have to be right
was
at least once.
Lincoln's
I'll give that to
Manta,
you.
yeah.
I'll give that to you, Kyle.
Lincoln's
Exactly.
man.
You're going to be right once.
That seems pretty no damage.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of like when if you're blindfolded and you're throwing a dart at a target, it's going to hit sometimes.
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I spin in a
I
circle.
don't think mathematically that's true. You could just never hit it.
Eventually,
That-
No, I don't
haven't
think
you ever
eventually
heard-
you would ever
If you
hit.
put an infinite number
Yeah.
of
Top
lane.
monkeys and gave
Yeah.
them an infinite number of typewriters,
And barrels.
eventually one would write you
a Shakespearean
Iliad.
novel. Yeah.
I don't think that's true either. I think
It
that's
is
just a
true.
bad thing. No, it is not true.
If you had an infinite number,
it doesn't matter.
statistically.
Infinitely, they could all just do the same thing as well, and then it wouldn't be the Iliad.
But there's an infinite number.
yes, and infinitely,
So
they
all
could,
possibilities
Top lane, they're
occur.
going on the Weaver. They have him
Yeah.
dusted up. He's dead. Gets the Torrent follow up, but meanwhile, they did lose a tier 2 bottom.
Yep.
And
But
TA
top is gonna-
still doesn't have a Deso. This was a free farm TA that crushed her lane. And I think this all has to do with the decision to push that tier 1
comes
top.
the roll. Here comes, gets the blink away though. Crit might be in a little bit of
Pangolier
trouble. He's
going in
trying to
first.
run. He is, and now
As
has
always.
4. He's gonna chase. We're gonna see a leap away from the Mirana, and they are missing Pango ulti now. It's a 10k lead. Do EG want to do something? Well, they're gonna try to find Ninja Boogie. They
Arrow.
found him. Can they kill him though? Sure looks like they get the kill on Arteezy. He will be able to fly out. Now his death soap. Unfortunately, the chicken's already up here, but doesn't have his hammer. And now, Mineski's, I mean, they're still up 9k. Lina's 16.
Gone for an Ags.
Cute Ags.
I am just.
You like it?
Look, I was supporting the blink, but now that it started to tilt back towards EG's favor, I'm going to begin to criticize Mineski ever so slightly, just to cover my bases.
When did it start turning?
When he bought Blink into Axe.
You think? I mean, they're still up 9K.
He's not going to scale, though. Like, it's the same issue I had in the previous game. Like, your hero, top of the net worth, is not going to scale to do damage. What if he Ags ults of Refraction or the Egg?
One slight misstep and he dies too.
Not to mention Burst is innately less effective
that's gonna
against
hurt.
Punkabot. And the Storm can juke it. You have 3 heroes that could potentially juke your ultimate.
But what if he just plays perfectly and they end this game in 6 minutes?
They have a gem on this Pangolier. That's a really good purchase against this TA's traps. Dewarding their entire own jungle. They're saying, we're going to 5-man commit with this Aegis to push you out of our top half of the map. That's where EG wants to play.
Arrow will miss.
But it sees 2 heroes.
Here we go. We're going to see Trap does get put down. And look at this. They still have the ward. They're giving him vision. They finally get it dewarded, but
I love this gem pickup.
It's just a 5-on-5 right now up top right now. This is a little nerve-wracking.
I don't think EG can take fights if they don't have wards and traps.
I thought they learned their lesson. This is not the right area of the map.
Wave of Terror swap possibly. There's going to be a ward. He does swap back. Does he have the heal? It is healing him a little. Will it be enough? Egg gets popped. They still didn't kill him. Now as 4 goes down, Moon's dead in the backside though. In comes the rolling Pango doing so much. There goes Diego. It was so close to going off, but it won't. Arteezy gets a kill as well. It's a 3 for 2 right now. Make it a 4 for 2, and Arteezy is dusted up currently. Does blink away. Do we have any stuns? We do not. And as simple as that, if the egg explodes there, maybe, but ifs and buts.
That's the Mirana that I mentioned in the draft. Like, he leaps and he hits for 220 bonus attack speed against an egg. He didn't get Fire Spirited. He killed that half health, like, almost instantly. The Weaver did half the work, and Mirana came in for the finish. And
if I were to select one hero after this day 1 of groups that stock will certainly rise, it's Mirana.
Yeah.
I think it's super strong in this meta. It can be played on essentially any position, and the talents are too good. The mana break, you get 220 attack speed per leap.
yeah,
That's not okay.
that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Last time I added the numbers, that was a lot. And we're seeing Storm farming up, might get caught. Doesn't have the Yules quite yet on Pangolier, making it so his setup's not quite as efficient. Venge is looking, though. Has Wave of Terror to scout if he wants to use it. Chooses not to because they converted the Pangolier illusion with the Enchantress, making it so he serves as a nice ward for EG. Sees the Lina as well.
Middle, Torrent will.
He can die on S4. He's got to be careful.
Sunrise there helping out, but Pango is actually coming in now. Hits the back lines. It's only Kurt right now. Laguna does go off. See you later, S4. And that's a quick 1 for nothing. And now middle, they have the siege unit. They're just going to push this tower down pretty quickly. Top lane will get killed by Arteezy. It's a tier 2, but Mineski is perfectly okay with that.
He needs his BKB on TA.
Oh, the glyph right before it dies. Maybe trying to buy Arteezy a little bit of time top.
Get the deny. Nobody gets the last hit. That was the play. Oh, Moon catches him, but he has Reflection. He can just blink.
Will go. Misses again.
It's
almost
tough.
impossible to
You
hit.
have to blink like it's same frame. You need to land the
Well, you're
stuff
saying
right.
it's almost impossible, but these are TI players. Should you not expect perfection?
We're not watching Kim Possible.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're not.
No.
Oh, well, I thought this was a naked mole rat, but it is a pangolin, so I'm incorrect.
Once again.
And now Sumail. So what do you? Okay, let's talk about this. What does Ags do in this game? Storm never. You see Ags, but second item Ags.
What? Oh, wow. For some reason, I thought Sumail was going into the enemy base, and I was so confused for a moment, but I'm fine. Is it, I assume, just to find the initiation? You want to be able to get Venge +1.
Okay.
I think that's the logic here.
You
But
can't initiate on one target.
I am not a fan of Kaya Ags. I have never seen this before, so I'm going to assume that Sumail knows something I don't. And maybe,
That's my
you know what?
assumption every time.
If you Ags grab with Storm into the Torrent boat, like, let's say he got 2, 3 heroes, they're all dead. All of them.
Yeah.
And they all get side-bladed.
And you need to, like, 100 to 0 lockdown to find kills on essentially every Mineski hero.
They're all maneuverable.
They got Pango as Swashbuckle, Weaver ult, Mirana Leap, the swap, the defensive
Yules.
Yules on Lina, all of these things. If you don't CC them fully, they are fine.
Yeah.
Level 18 on TA now. the biggest one, you get level 3 traps. But, well, so Mineski, how do you close this game out? You just continue doing what you're doing, or are you nervous because his Lena didn't go scaling
It's all about that second Roche.
Yep. It's unnerving a little bit because you have no real natural method of attaining the high ground. No one's going to siege the base, but you can just keep winning fights. But, I mean, twice now EG has taken, in my eyes, very poor team fights in the top area of the map.
Ooh, Sumail wanted that regen rune, but Mush'll scoop it up. That's used his regen part and looking for the double damage.
They're smoked up, looking to make it happen.
And
Around this Roche, even though it's not up yet, they want to establish control of this area, killing the traps. They can kill the sentries if they want.
TD on Mushi.
Yep, and here we go. Blink forward. Just hit the sentry ward. Arteezy will get Ewelled into the air. Roll comes through. Will get stunned. He gets him onto the high ground, actually, but he can blink down. Over here, we're going to have a BKB popped by Mushi, looking for crit. Here comes the boat, but the rum won't quite be in time. Does hit on 2 of them. He gets the pull. Now the egg is there. They have so much team fight. They will find Ice. Jabs dies as well on the backside. S4 is just running them down. He has the sentry. They get that off. Will Sumail be able to get this? He has a gem. You don't want to lose that. No man as well does get arrowed, but they want this kill. It's
they lost gem. That was huge. And Roche, what's the spawn time on it? Looks like it's about a minute. They will all be up, but they lost the agent, or they lost the gem. And the most important thing there is that Enchantress was sitting in the back, throwing impetus at the Mirana while he was BKB'd.
Where was Mushi at the start of that fight?
He was
in the middle of it.
He was in the lane, and he BKB'd early and leapt forward and then leapt out.
They have to follow up. Like, this is a perfect initiation. They need Lina or Mirana to follow up on this Pango stun. Instead, he's on top of the high ground. He gets the blink away. Yeah. And now look at Mirana. He BKBs early, as you said. He's not doing any damage. The Phoenix has to die there. Pangolier, Ice is doing his job, but now you have a Phoenix getting a free egg off. They're targeting Kunkka after the boat's already gone out. I think if you want to win this fight, if you're Mushi, you got to get in there.
I'll be honest, I think TA is a terrible target to choose, though. I think she's the worst target out of the entire team. I think that Phoenix or Enchantress are way more important to kill instantly.
And Mushi can theoretically kill any of them in a league.
Yeah, that's what I mean, is they have the choice. It's not like, usually when you look at a hero like Enchantress, you choose not to focus her because you can't. But Enchantress, compared to how easy she is to kill, she single-handedly made the Mirana leap out defensively when he was BKB'd. And that's unacceptable when you have this much of a lead, to let a hero that's had that terrible of a game have that much impact in a fight.
I would say the biggest part of that fight was them taking the fight. You guys said they should not take the fight. They take the fight, and they win.
They lost the fight.
No, I'm talking about EG. You said EG shouldn't take fights.
Well, they shouldn't stand up in the top area of the map as 5, waiting for
But
Mineski.
if you're playing on your half of the map in a defensive position and they force you to fight them, you actually have to fight them.
You want to bait the Pango to roll it up too soon.
I was just quoting you guys as saying they
never
shouldn't
roll
take
it up
fights,
too soon.
And they took fights and won.
Yep.
No, they didn't. They were forced into that. That was like...
So they didn't take a fight.
That's like they were backed into an alleyway, and they had no choice but to fight.
And so they took the fight. They could have just laid there, could they not have, in their own base? Could they have laid in their own base like most teams do? There's no sure. They could have. I understand you guys aren't reading this game correctly, but I'm here, and we're good.
Analyst Grant has spoken.
I told you EG was going to come back.
You did?
Yeah.
Are we able to see the cooldown on gem for them? No, we're not. That's really important that Mineski can get another gem.
Do you know the cooldown? What is the normal timer? I mean, BSJ, after you buy one.
Let me check here. I believe it's 10 minutes, but I don't actually know.
Okay, we can do our math. We saw him pick it up, but I believe about 25 minutes in, so about 4 more minutes.
I should know that time.
You should.
Kyle, do you know what it is? You're a support player.
I think it's 9 minutes.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's
3 minutes left.
gold.
Oh, the double
What's the
9?
cooldown on smokes?
10 minutes.
Are you sure?
What do you mean by cooldown?
Like when they respawn in the shop.
When they
10
restock.
minutes. Isn't it 1 per 10 minutes?
Could be 15 minutes.
I thought it was 10.
Do you want to stand by your answer?
Yes.
Well, you're probably right.
Thank you.
So what is Mineski? They're still up 8K. They're still in the lead. I know you guys are worried about the scaling, obviously, of this Lina, but
He's definitely, like, the BKB, he just dies to TA anyway.
Yep.
well, you don't want to. Now it's the opposite, right? You don't want to take a 5-on-5 fight versus Ags, Phoenix Egg, and Boat, right?
Roche is up, right?
Correct.
We're going to
Almost.
assume
it is up.
It is.
you're going to see a fight soon. What does each team need to do to how do you want to approach this fight if you're Mineski versus EG? You tell me about Mineski.
Jump the Enchantress. Kill her instantly.
Okay.
How do you kill her instantly? Just Lina?
I mean, any hero plus Mirana.
Okay.
Any stun or slow, honestly, and Lina. Or sorry, and Mirana.
And you have
or
to,
Lena.
You have to pop your BKBs early, though, right? Because if you do get Ags ulted or Ags pulled in by Sumail, I mean, that's the problem. It's all about BKBs this game now.
If
right?
EG can get them to go on either the TA or the Phoenix, and the Phoenix doesn't die instantly, I think they just win the fight.
It's just the pull, the boat, the egg. If you get all these abilities off, you have this window where of 10 to 12 seconds where you're going to win the fight. Mineski, you want immediate burst kills, skirmish, hit and run. You do not want to be sucked into this engagement. You want a very long, drawn-out fight that's more of multiple skirmishes.
Buybacks are really important here.
massive clash.
Phoenix has one, so if they jump the Phoenix, I'm pretty sure
Shadows.
Mineski just loses the fight.
Shadows are going to take us right now, and here we go. Level 18
everywhere.
on that egg.
Rolling it up.
And here we go. They are going
Please
to roll it
focus
up.
the Enchantress.
And he's up there. They're actually going for the T, but there we go. It's two dragged in. Boat plus egg is there. It is a nice swap out. Won't matter. Mushi's dead. Everyone is seeming to die, including Sumail. The gem will get picked up on the backside by Ninja Boogie. He's just going to die as well. And this is looking to be almost a full team wipe. Minus
S4 did so much damage there. How much damage did S4 do?
Well, we can wait
Dude,
and then click fire recap.
they didn't have the arrow on top of the TA. Like, if you're going to make this all-in move with the Pangolier on top of the TA, you need to burst down the initial target. And they don't have an arrow.
Why don't they control the TA but kill the Enchantress? The Marana will legitimately kill him almost instantly.
It is easy for us. We get full vision, right? They do not always
That
get
is
full vision on
absolutely
wherever
true.
it is.
But I feel like the problem
they're-
is they have to know it's not acceptable to go on TA.
Oh, and I like this. This is different from Phoenix. He goes for the stun duration over the Icarus dive this game.
Yeah.
Dude, I
I
can't
like
believe
it a
he's
lot.
level 20. And yeah, here's the fight. Look, they lock
the
down
arrow
TA.
just
And,
whiffed.
yeah, and look at that. You just lock in two. You swap into your own death now. You try to save Mushi. Ninja Boogie tried, but
Radiant's
trying
Enchantress
isn't
has
good
to
enough.
die. She did the second most
it's
damage
just
that
insane.
fight.
You're going up into the same choke point. The reason they were winning the fights in the top tier 1 area of the map was because it's a completely open space.
Yeah.
You're allowed to just surround and conquer. Pango has tons of room to maneuver. Same with these mobile cores of Mineski. The moment you run up like the tightest choke in the game, you just spam all your spells on the entrance. And the pull, the boat, the egg, all of these spells are easy to land now. You just put them in the...
Yeah.
I'm upset.
Also, there is a full
I can see
Shivas
that.
now on Fly, so he is reasonably far. He's farmed levels as well as that. And as we look through everyone else's, as Weaver, I mean, he's had these items for quite a bit. He has just fallen off, right? You try to make stuff happen. If you don't, you run out of gold.
So does Sumail take the Electric Vortex talent at level 20
I think so.
with the Ags?
I mean, you definitely do.
You definitely do.
It's
do.
it's half.
It's a guarantee.
It's a half a second though.
That's a lot.
It's worth.
Okay,
with
fair
Torn and
I mean, I
Boat?
thought he'd take it, but
With
it's like it
Torn
seems
and
like such
Boat?
a terrible talent.
Oh my BSJ, my friend.
I'm not saying
I
it's
see why
wrong
you're
to
a carry
take it.
player,
It's
not a
just-
skill lane player.
Yes, yes. I can only play right-clicking two button heroes.
Oh, I
Storm
didn't
has
say
at
it.
least 3 activatable abilities.
How often do you see 2 Roches die before the dire tier 1 mid?
That's actually nuts.
That's yeah.
You get to the point.
That's pecan.
I love the TA. Arteezy's going straight for the Hex. No Hurricane Pike. He's just going to blink Hex and pick off players.
Also, to be noted, usually, right, Storm is one of the best. There's going to be
the
swapping.
swap!
They get him big stun right there. That's an easy kill, but he does have the Aegis,
no, but you
not
can roll it
Storm.
up. You can't BKB on top.
Yep. Let's see. Oh,
Can't
is
blink.
he?
Can't blink.
He is going to get the refraction. He is going to be able to blink. And now on the backside, look at this damage coming out from the impetus. But will it be enough? They're trying to chase Ice down. Egg's going to fly. They have to get out of there. No, Mushi's going to try to kill it, I believe. But Ninja Boogie dead. Fly goes down. But now they're in a bad
Buybacks.
position. Moon trying to die. But Sumail doesn't really do any damage. And there's the buybacks. They're keeping into the tier 2. Laguna goes. Arrow flies. Storm will drop.
The gem down.
That is their gem, like you said. Now S4, he is going to get picked off as well. We don't
No
have any
BKB.
more stuns yet. He's just going to run. Traps are here, possibly slowing him down. Torrent, nicely done. And now
Back.
Ice gets pulled back. But look at this. Mushi getting right-clicked by S4. And look who else came back. It's Sumail, and he's ready to go. Ice is flying away. But S4, as BSJ has been saying, is outputting insane amounts of damage.
And I'm surprised that they chose that fight to not try and kill TA, because you can't BKB if the Pango is on top of you. It's the frame.
He used his ult, and then they were canceling his blink.
No, but he blinked forwards. He blinked forwards to
Yeah.
go for the Kunkka, I think.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did blink forward.
Because that's a scenario where if you just immediately roll up on top of the TA respawn and then yield yourself, he's going to be stunned for a full 4 seconds and most
Here
likely
we
able to
go.
go down. You can see. So he dies here. Now, if you're Ice, I feel
Let's
like,
watch.
look at the positioning of TA now.
It did just...
He's going, he can roll on top of him though. He goes for the back
Yeah,
line.
you're
Now
right,
the
he
TA
could've.
blinks away and all of a sudden the fight is completely over because the TA has spawned right in the middle of your 3
stun.
squishy heroes.
Laguna comes out. That is a lot of pure damage. Enchantress gets the heal off. Torrent Boat will destroy them instantly. The pull it now by Sumail. Arteezy is godlike on the side lane. TA, 2 buybacks coming. Arrow will hit TA. This should possibly kill. Does Sumail have another pull? Not quite yet. BKB popped by Arteezy. They're just chasing down Mushu without S4 though.
No gem on Storm anymore.
Yep, not much damage either. Obviously, the Storm does nothing without his overload hits, but now they find the Weaver. Is it enough damage? It sure is. She plus Torrent. Moon buys back. Oh, the arrows actually get a whiff because of the Yules, and now the 4-staff away. And this is, all things are coming up EG currently.
Lena can't do anything with all this net worth. Highest net worth on Dire, and you don't feel it. It's not like you look at this fight and you're like, Lena's just manning up on everybody. She's just playing like, has to play scared all team.
I mean, Kyle, you were the one who brought up, it looks like you were correct. This build is just, he's not doing anything outside of Laguna.
Everyone has their moment. Expand on this, Kyle.
0 items that increase his damage output, realistically, as a worthy value for his gold invested. Blink bots, 0 damage.
Yeah, I feel like mainly you're in a game where if you don't instantly BKB or instantly get your Yules or Blink off, you die.
Yeah. This
And
is one of
that's
those
so
games
hard to play.
I would have loved to see, like, just the standard Yules. Maybe you can skip the Shadow Blade for Blink. I understand that, but you need, like, the damage item. The AC in a game like this, like, the BKB has to allow you to, like, auto-attack. If you're using it purely as this, like, caster style where you're just trying to blink in, outplay people, like, I just don't feel it.
I feel Shadow Blade just way better, even if you have this Mirana. It's
Yeah.
just so nice. Not for the sake of being the better item for picking people off, but protecting yourself.
And damage output as well.
Storm has to have a gem if he jumps you. And if he jumps you, he has to know where you are, which means he has to have like a sentry on you preemptively. I don't know. It just seems really hard for them to kill you if you have a Shadow.
Dire hits a nice scan though. I mean, this smoke gang, right? If EG does succeed, more than likely game, but Mineski will stick to their base. They haven't even lost to tier 3 yet. They're down 6K, but I mean, a good fight. Pango, right? You get a good 2-man roll. It's just scary. This Sumail item build combined with the Kunkka, I think it's just a game changer.
And so cool too to see the Storm. I don't know if I've ever seen a Storm with this item build.
Oh, look at this middle. Are they gonna look for Arteezy? They see him. They're gonna go. Oh my goodness! He blinks to the right, gets the BKB off. Are they just gonna find no one? They will not. They do use his, I believe. What was his BKB at? That was a 6, so he's down to 5. But he lives.
It's worth.
And they get the bounty. It's 2 for 2 bounties, so no change.
Yep. And I like this with Roche down, Fly making his team just play top, mid and bottom waves. Easy to just control high ground, starve the map out, and with ults down, maybe you look to threaten base a bit, but no, you just collect the free T2 bottom.
You take this tier 2 while Roche is down,
Yep.
because when Roche is up, you can't afford to play top and bottom, so it gives them this ability to shift this side and then go back to the top half of the map.
I like Jabs just cutting the creep wave with the bugs. It doesn't succeed, but does slow him down a little bit. That's
And
what
they're
you
not
gotta
even
do.
committing that hard to bottom. They know that the creep that's enchanted by Enchantress will just take it slowly but surely. And
Dire's bottom tower.
I don't know. It just feels like the entire. Obviously, the net worth tells us that the pace of the game has changed, but it feels like EG's the one dictating what happens next in this game.
Y'all remember what is it F7 for the graphs? I'm nervous to hit
I
it
don't
now.
know. I wouldn't hit any buttons.
Yeah, I'm not hitting any buttons. But obviously Mineski was up by about
As BKB?
10K, and now look at this. Yeah, BKB will just 4-staff instead. We'll have BKB on the backside though. Sumail's going in, gets some pulls. Impetus is just flying out. Ninja Boogie will die Sumail. Yule's on the backside, Moon on himself. The Impetus damage will be enough, though destroys him. And now we're gonna see a Torrent coming out. Won't hit anyone.
Phoenix
Won't
still
hit
has
anyone,
egg.
but it won't matter. And yeah, Jab, he's like, I gotta make something happen. But Fly should be able to get his egg up. They should maybe be able to bring it down. Any leaps? They do have leaps. Will they need it? He didn't leap. He leaps away, and now
Oh, he tried to get to high ground.
Pangolier will die as well. And there's no buybacks. Is that just game?
Yep.
That's game.
Nobody has buybacks.
Good
GG.
game.
Just
Wow. What a crazy, it was just Mineski dominating the game. Sumail makes a strange item decision from our perspective. It works out. Moon makes a strange item decision as well. It doesn't work out, and EG 2-0's the other leader of the group.
I would say that it's different, but I think both players know and understand the style they chose. I just disagree with Moon that was appropriate for the game. What Sumail did was it made logical sense. It's just he sacrificed a lot of his ability to go late game, but it's not as punished because he has an Enchantress, a TA, a Phoenix. Like, they have plenty of damage output, and the lineup of Mineski is just so squishy.